Oh, well, welcome, everybody. We're going to be doing a live table read for George Miller's Justice League, the film that never ended up actually getting made. Our cast tonight as the Man of Steel Superman. Where is it?
I'm right here, Hunter.
Fantastic. As the Dark Knight Batman.
That's me.
Fantastic. As the Amazonian Princess Wonder Woman.
Present.
Fantastic. I'll be taking over the role of the Flash. As the King of the Seven Seas, Arthur Curry, the Aquaman. Where's he at?
Michael Spellacy, right here.
Trident and all. I love it. As the Martian Manhunter, John Jones. Hanging out down there in the corner. Perfect. And as our Green Lantern, John Stewart.
Imagine an imaginary ring on my hand. Just pretend that there's a ring on my hand. But I'm wearing green, though. So.
Hey, that sounds about right. Taking on our heroes in this film tonight, we have the villainous Maxwell Lord.
Erik Waldman, right here.
Fantastic. And Talia Al Ghul.
Hello.
Fantastic. They're going to be using Batman's system, the OMAC and Brother Eye, which is going to be voiced by... Where's he at? If it helps, he's also voicing Alfred Pennyworth.
Oh wait, is that me? I thought.
You.
Oh, sorry. No, I didn't know which. I knew it was Alfred, but I didn't know I was the other guy.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I like ruined that whole thing, guys.
You're fine. You're good.
How's it going? Bye.
Joining as Iris Allen, and later on in the cast as Lara-El. Where is she at?
Hi. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect. We've got Angi. And then taking over some miscellaneous roles for us, we have Madeleine Wolske. Where's she at? Whoop, you're muted.
Nope.
Hi.
There we go. Fantastic. Now, Maddie's going to be taking over some random characters for us. Erik is going to be taking over Wally West. And our action description, along with a few other various, I think a reporter is in there somewhere. So, everybody, are we ready to jump into the world of Justice League and see if we can get a better movie out of this than what actually got released?
Yes. Ahoy.
Yeah, so let's do this.
I prepped for 20 minutes, so I'm good to go.
Yeah, well, there you go. All right. Well, Erik, if you would like to start us off.
The roll of thunder, a spattering of rain. As these words appear, 2 days ago, the world is at peace. And suddenly, the sun is shining bright on downtown Central City, where Detective Barry Allen and his wife, Iris, walk hand
Actually,
in
Erik,
hand.
you skipped a page and a half or so there.
Okay, now we're in it.
Dark sky.
Sorry, guys.
Sure.
No worries.
Hey, but you know what? If that is a preview of how dramatic you're taking this, I love it already.
Good
Okay, just quick, just as before we start here, what's EXT?
Exterior.
Exterior. Okay, I knew that. Thanks, guys. Okay. Exterior, dark sky, day. A single letter, just one out of 26, but maybe the most iconic letter on Earth. It's the S. On Superman's chest, the symbol of truth, of justice, the symbol of everything that's right with the world. But something's wrong. It's not red, on a field of gold and blue. Not the S we know from our childhood, our whole lives. It's black. Black on black. Pull back and back to find the man behind the S, the sentinel and protector, the man of steel, Superman, floating still and weightless, his all-black uniform stark against the sky. The sound of tolling bells takes us down to Metropolis skyline, day. Metropolis, deserted, no traffic, no people.
Justice, truth, peace.
Superman gliding through the canyons of skyscrapers like he's the last creature on Earth to Metropolis Great Cathedral. The cathedral spires reaching, and here, a colossal crowd of thousands and thousands of citizens, all looking skyward at Superman, descending gently.
The words themselves so simple, the concept so pure, and yet
The cathedral's vast interior, stained glass lit, and Superman walking down the long central aisle past mourners, all heads bowed, row after row to the front. And there they are, the Justice League. The world's heroes, all dressed in mourning black.
Where is justice, we ask? When in the battle for peace the mightiest among us is fallen, where truth in such terrible things befall those we love.
We see flashes of iconic symbols, costumes and insignia, profiles, eyes downcast, faces turned away. But even in glimpses we know them all. Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Aquaman, The Flash, the Martian Manhunter, all there, all except for Batman. A coffin in a somber amber light. Could it be? Wonder Woman at the lectern, a eulogy.
We know that forces of darkness will always threaten this planet, and we know that to fight them will take all of our powers.
The sounds of bells carries us to the great cathedral, Metropolis Central Avenue. The superheroes carry the casket on their shoulders, feeling the weight, the burden.
But we also know those of us who come from different lands, from different worlds. We know where truth lies, where peace can be found, where justice is. We know because he taught us.
People, silent, lining the streets as far as the eye can see. To a gravesite, surrounded by 7 solemn, black-clad heroes. The casket is lowered into the ground.
It is in the human heart.
The roll of thunder, a spattering of rain, as these words appear. 2 days ago, the world is at peace. And suddenly the sun is shining bright on downtown Central City, where Detective Barry Allen and his wife Iris walk hand in hand towards a restaurant with a brash neon sign, Planet Krypton.
Don't you ever get tired of this place?
Ah, come on, it makes me laugh. Anyways, I'm starving.
What else is new?
They push through the revolving doors into Planet Krypton Restaurant in Central City, a big, busy nationwide chain restaurant, upscale family dining with a superhero theme, walls lined with reproduction of capes, masks, weapons, artifacts, and the staff all in costume. Green Lantern waiters pass Wonder Woman waitresses, Aquaman busboys clean tables, a Martian Manhunter tends bar. As Barry drags a reluctant Irish, he doesn't notice a Batman waiter weaving through tables, carrying a full tray of drinks. An elbow, the tray, oops, and gravity takes over. All 6 glasses overturned. Soda goes everywhere, but at impossible speeds, in real time. Barry grabs the tray, catches a glass, and manages to refill each one before a drop touches the ground. He calmly hands the refilled trays back to the waiter.
Barry.
I know.
He pulls her up to booth. A waiter in an ill-fitting costume steps up, oversized menus in hand.
Hi, I'm the Flash, and I'll be your server today.
Hi there, Flash. I'll have, let's see, 2 crypto burger platters, both Superman size, and a large Wonder Slaw. Plus, let's go ahead and add an Aquaman, just a sandwich, an extra tartar sauce, and coffee.
The waitress stares. Barry shrugs.
High metabolism.
I'll have the chicken Caesar.
And, Flash, make it quick, will you?
Barry laughs. Iris rolls her eyes. The waiter, too.
Funny, never heard that one.
And he ambles off to put in their order. Slowly.
Wally's coming in tonight. Sissy says he's all excited about working in the lab.
But Barry's not listening. His attention is on the flat screen TVs over the bar. A news broadcast.
Barry.
He points up at the TV.
Sorry, honey, it's just Wonder Woman's addressing the UN.
On the TV monitor, Wonder Woman in front of the UN General Assembly.
Those of us who come here from different worlds, we know how hard it is to choose peace. War, conflict, they are easy. It is peace that is hard.
Her presence, otherworldly. Beauty, awesome. At the table.
What is it with you and her?
Wonder Woman? Well, just look at her. That is one aptly named superhero, you know what I mean? What?
Over this we hear
Brother Eye, begin metahuman status scan. Subject, the Flash.
And suddenly we pull back and up, fast, supersonic fast, right through the roof of the restaurant, through the upper atmosphere, and into outer space, where a sleek, silicone black satellite drifts impassively over the planet, sinister, aggressive. This is Brother Eye. Its glass lens irises open, glows red, and far, far below, beneath the Earth's surface, the Bat Cave. Deep, deep underground, under Wayne Manor, the secret sanctuary of Batman. He's at the console of a massive computer screen system with a 10-foot video monitor. He's unshaven, feet up, watching, always watching. On the screen, an infrared image, Barry and Iris Island at Planet Krypton. Next to the video feed, a readout scrolls down to the left side of the screen. Everything you could ever want to know about the Flash. His identity, location, associates, his powers. And at the bottom, a sub-file titled Weaknesses. But before we get a look at it, the machine speaks.
Flash. Status. Inactive.
Continue. All subjects scan.
Affirmative. Scanning.
The satellite image roves with blinding speed, finds Metropolis, the city's Centennial Park. Brother's Eye flash zooms closer and closer until we see Clark Kent, the glasses, the carefully parted hair, eating a paper bag lunch on a park bench. A kid tugs at his kite, stuck in a tree. Clark purses his lips and blows. The gust of wind frees the kite and almost pulls the kid off his feet. Location, powers, status.
Superman. Inactive.
A whir as the computer searches for Green Lantern, in uniform, demonstrating his powers for a bunch of first graders in a school classroom. He holds a kid's drawing of a unicorn on a cloud, and with his power ring, he brings it to life. Green and three-dimensional. The kid's mouth hangs open in wonder. Location, powers, status.
Green Lantern. Active. Non-operational.
Next, Wonder Woman at the United Nations.
Wonder Woman. Active. Non-operational.
Then, Denver, Colorado. The satellite sweeps the city.
The Martian Manhunter. Scanning.
A shuffle of feet behind him. Batman reacts, paranoid.
Terminate.
The screen instantly goes black as a figure steps out of the shadows. It's Alfred, his butler, his friend.
All quiet, Master Bruce?
Too quiet.
Well, world peace has a way of doing that. Maybe it's time we started thinking of things as promising, dare we say.
Peace isn't a promise, Alfred. It's an intermission, a threat.
Dude, your voice is so good. That's awesome. Awesome. But point noted. Point noted. Still, crime is down to a mere nuisance. The city is generally quiet, and the sun does shine, sir.
So I've heard.
All your time down here in the dark, monitoring them. Some might say you've become somewhat
paranoid. What if, Alfred? What if something happens? They're not human. None of them. Not fully. And with their powers, if not me, who's going to watch them? What if? You see what I'm saying?
I believe you're saying, what if, sir?
Bruce smiles.
The sun's shining, huh?
Yes, and your guests are waiting.
My guests?
Your surprise birthday party, sir.
Oh, that.
Surprise.
Batman sighs. Gets to his feet. He heads for the elevator, followed by Alfred. As the door slides closed, we're on the blackened monitor screen. It blinks once. A burst of code races across the screen. Numbers, letters, zeros and ones. Words gradually coalescing. Creator directive override. The Batcave elevator. Batman and Alfred, in a well-rehearsed ritual, remove the Batsuit. The mask pulls back to reveal Bruce Wayne. Wayne Manor. We're moving through Wayne Manor, a packed party, rooms full of world leaders, players and stars, business and military, Europe, Asia, Saudi Arabia, the Fortune 500. Over this, a voice, confident, refined.
Take a look around and tell me what you see.
Flashes of the decadence, people lounging on sofas, huddled in whispering groups. We move past. Rock stars, dueling on guitars to the delight of a gaggle of supermodels. A Saudi prince bowing to a Japanese sumo wrestler.
We've got princes, members of parliament, admirals, oilmen, media moguls.
And we're on the people he's talking about. An Asian businessman, an Arab sheik, a Navy admiral, a diplomat in a Seville rose suit.
The best and the brightest.
Moving, past movers and shakers until we reach.
And the most beautiful creatures on God's green earth.
The best dressed, best looking man in the mansion. A circle of beautiful women in his thrall.
By which you mean me, of course.
Laughter. The Batcave. The Brother Eye system running itself. The eerie computerized voice.
Creator protocols. Inoperative. Intercept activated. Subject alpha. Located.
The Brother Eye cam digitally zooms, step by step, closer and closer, descending down to find one single man. Detective John Jones, mid-30s, blue suit and tie, the perfect cop, driving his unmarked police Ford.
Target identified. The Martian Manhunter. Auto attack sequence initiated. Stand by.
Cavern under Wayne Manor. Batman's elevator glides upward through a deep underground cavern, past a catacomb.
You look around and you see power, I bet. Money, right? And why not?
Wayne Manor. Maxwell with his audience. They hang on his words.
Even with everything I've got, my telecom interests, my little real estate empire, my restaurant chains, those two guys alone could buy and sell me a dozen times over.
He points at two CEOs, shaking hands.
When I look around, you know what I see? I see 3.5 billion years.
Bat elevator. Alfred closets? Alfred closets the bat suit. Bruce Wayne runs a shaver over 3 days of stubble. Pressed white shirt.
3.5 billion years of life on this planet. Nature relentlessly pursuing perfection across eons of time.
Wayne Manor on Maxwell.
Punishing the weak, rewarding the strong. All for one single reason. So we could come here today and sing a happy birthday to
Batcave elevator. The transformation is complete. Batman faces the doors.
You might want to try a smile.
Batman shows teeth. Unconvincing. Wayne Manor. The doors of the elevator open.
Bruce Wayne.
And finally, Bruce Wayne steps out. His smile says he didn't see it coming when they all yell, "Surprise!"
Eyes.
As he waits in the crowd. We're Denver, Colorado rail yards, with Detective John Jones' car crunching on gravel. It pulls up next to a railway fueling station. He gets out, approaches a stack of fuel barrels, pulls a pin light, shines it in the cracks. Detective Jones reaches between barrels and pulls out a jar, murky liquid, plant material, seaweed, shines his light into the cloudy water and spots something undulating inside, something alive. John Jones' car. John Jones slides behind the wheel of his idling car, pulls a plastic bag and a pair of tweezers from the glove box, carefully unscrews the lid, reaches into the water with his evidence tools and gingerly pulls out a creature like a seahorse, only bigger, stranger, alien-looking. As he leans in for a closer look, it coughs and a mist of particulate matter stings his hands. He drops the jar, wipes his hands, smearing the gritty, oily fluid. As he looks down for the strange creature, we see his hands smoking, his skin wisps of smoke. Not good. He stares at first one, then the other. Bursts into flames! Then the arms, his chest, his head. He's a ball of flame. Goes for the radio.
Dispatch! Code 30! Code 30!
But the handset's already melted, and the fire's spreading. He's got to do something, so he morphs, transforming before our eyes, changing shape. A soldier, a little kid, a gorilla, a python, anything to try to put out the flames. Nothing works, so he reverts to his real shape. Not John Jones, the Denver PD detective, but John Jones, the Martian Manhunter. His true self, massive, green, iron brown, red eyes, screaming in agony because he's become an inferno. He hits the gas, peels out, barely in control of the car. Fire gushing out behind the contrails. He veers, clipping a fuel tanker. The fire catches in. Kush boom! John Johns guns it through the wall of fire. Wayne Manor Ballroom. In the party, Bruce Wayne is surrounded. Handshakes, birthday kisses. He's the life and soul. Maxwell Lord steps up with his gaggle of beauties. Gives Bruce a bear hug.
Who knew you had so many friends?
Oh, they're just here because I'm obscenely rich.
Bruce, playing the dilettante. They laugh. Two of a kind. Under his breath.
Hell, we both know without men like you and me to grease their wheels, most of these jokers would be waiting tables at one of my restaurants.
Bruce nods to a long buffet table, loaded with food, retro American style. Stacks of perfect hamburgers and perfect buns.
I hear you did the catering.
One of the benefits of my little sideline business is free dinner. Have you tried the crypto burgers?
I don't eat food with names, Max.
Planet Krypton's in every major city on the planet. Over 1 million served. The whole world can't be wrong.
On the catered spread, men and women loading their plates. Planet Krypton Restaurant, Central City, where Barry eats like a horse.
Wonder Woman's a bit of a blowhard, don't you think? And how come she gets all the credit for world peace?
I guess I've played my part.
Not you. I was thinking Green Lantern and Aquaman. Now he's hot. And don't even get me started on Superman. I mean, come on.
Warm smiles between them, like you only see with people who've been in love a long time. On the TV screen, a news broadcast in progress.
From Denver, Colorado, where we're told fires are currently raging out of control all over the city.
Video footage of a burning car. John Johns weaving through traffic at 90 miles per hour. He loses control, slams into an overpass guardrail, blasts right through. The car catches air, flips, and kablam! It lands on the roof of a fuel depot at Denver International Airport. A fireball spits out, hits a tanker. Flames shoot sky high. At the table with Barry and Iris.
How far is Denver from here?
Oh, come on, Barry. One uninterrupted lunch.
600 miles. I could be back before the coffee's cold. Promise.
You can't save the whole world, you know?
Not the whole world, just a little part of it with you in it.
Iris sighs, resigned, nods.
Go.
Barry leans in for a quick kiss, then twists the ring he wears on his right hand. A streak of red fabric bursts out of the ring and shwoom. In less than a heartbeat, Barry's standing there, decked out in his trademark uniform, red and gold, muscles and speed. He's the Flash. Magnificent.
Back in a sec.
All that's left of him is a vibrant streak of red. He's gone, just vanished. Then, almost before we can process this, he's back for a quick kiss on Iris' cheek. Shoof, then gone again, leaving a flurry of napkins and menus and the revolving doors spinning like crazy. America, the Flash, on the move. And we're right there with him. We drop down behind his heels and whoosh, we follow the Scarlet Speedster, zigzagging and weaving through towns, along rail lines, across the prairies, up mountains, through the streets of Denver, Colorado. In Denver now. Flash skids to a stop on the tarmac. Firefighters surround the burning tanker, hit it with foam from dozens of hoses, smoke, and flames.
Allow me, boys.
And he's off, running circles around the fire, faster and faster, creating a vortex that sucks the air out of the center. One of the firemen is too close. He's sucked off his feet, into the tornado, flung 50 feet into the air. Flash pulls up, satisfied with his work. Then he hears the screams, looks up to see the firefighter plummeting.
My bad. I got it.
He streaks to a fire truck, grabs a fire blanket, circles it into position on the dropping fireman. Ready, and a figure streaks across the sky, picks the man out of the midair. Red, white, and blue. Gold. Iconic. Wonder Woman. She drops out of the smoke with the fireman in her arms, lands gently and puts him on his feet. Flash stares, mouth hanging open, awestruck.
Whoa, wow. You're,
Wonder Woman.
man. Hi. I'm
The Flash, yes.
You've heard of me? Really? Wow. I'm a huge fan. You know, I gotta say, your pictures do not do you justice.
The Flash sticks out his hand like an idiot. Wonder Woman stares at it.
I totally had that, by the way.
In the distance, flying low in the sky, a flying ball of fire.
What the hell is that?
It streaks right over their heads, trailing flames, right for the main terminal.
Wait here, I'll run it down.
Wonder Woman looks at the Flash. Wait here? And she takes off, running. Moving with Wonder Woman as Flash catches up easily.
Not the best you've got.
She lifts off the ground, flying fast.
Hey, flying's no fair.
He kicks it up a notch. Denver International Airport, main terminal. The fireball careens. Around and under planes parked at their skyports. People gawk from inside. The Flash speeds over to a massive water standpipe. Starts to crank the valve wheel. To Wonder Woman.
Use your rope thingy.
Lasso of truth.
Whatever, yank him over here.
She unhitches her lasso, throws a loop. Bullseye. Yanks the fireball over to Flash. He opens the spout and swoosh! Thousands of gallons of water shoot straight up, then rain down in sheets, right on top of the fire. Through the cascade, we see a hunched and hulking figure.
What is that thing?
Help me.
Flash looks around.
You hear that?
It's telepathic.
The voice again, coming from everywhere at once.
Diana, please.
Wonder Woman's eyes go wide.
It knows you?
John's.
The Martian Manhunter?
And John steps out of the thundering sheets of water, his eyes blazing red, his skin charcoaled and blackened.
Isn't he supposed to be green?
And he bursts into flames again. Wayne Manor. Bruce sits in a deep sofa, fawned over like a pasha. Maxwell Logan is next to him. Max sees something across the room.
Oh, my.
Bruce turns to look and involuntarily rises to his feet because there, just entering the room, is Talia. Tall, exotic, haunted, from some other country, some other world almost. An achingly perfect beauty. Maxwell rises next to Bruce, whispers in his ear as every eye in the room turns to see.
You know who that is?
Bruce isn't listening, speechless, his eyes riveted.
That, my friend, is Talia al Ghul, daughter of Raish, the demon head.
Her dark, almond eyes burn into Bruce. There's something here between them, something powerful.
You must remember, it's legend, almost. Raish fought the Batman and lost. Now she's gone. Now he's gone. And here she is.
On Bruce, watching, waiting. The look in his eyes so intense. Every head in the room turns to see what he sees.
She was in love with the Batman. Or so they say.
On Maxwell, his eyes equally intense, shifting from Bruce to Talia. He's drilling deep into this moment.
She betrayed her father for him. Or so they say.
And we notice a thin trickle of blood from his nose. On Talia, a slow, stately, sexy walk across the room as people part, opening a path straight for Bruce.
And in return, he broke her heart. Or so they say.
On Bruce's eyes, seeing, remembering. Flashback to Batman with Talia in his arms. 1 year ago. The Beauty and the Bat, face to face, inches apart. Talia kisses him, and he kisses her, then pulls away.
Talia, no, I can't.
My father. Everything I've given you, beloved. Everything.
She is a well of desperation, doesn't want to let go.
I can never give you what you want.
This isn't goodbye.
But he nods, touches her lips with his fingertips, backs away, and disappears into the darkness. on her eyes, filled with sorrow. Then, fury. We cut to Talia, right in front of Bruce. It's like they're both in a trance, drowning in each other. It looks like a kiss waiting to happen, in a breathy whisper.
A birthday kiss, Mr. Wayne. For good luck.
The room holds its breath. Then,
Master Wayne,
and Bruce snaps out of it, like waking from a dream.
would you like to blow out the candles, or shall I?
Alfred holds the birthday cake. As Bruce leans in to blow out the candles, Alfred whispers,
Something needs your immediate attention, sir.
applause from guests, and a spontaneous rendition of Happy Birthday.
If you'll excuse me.
He shoots a look to Maxwell, sees the blood on his upper lip.
Max, your nose is bleeding.
He pulls a handkerchief and leaves Maxwell, dabbing his nose.
Oh, yeah, thanks. I'm prone.
Walking along with Bruce and Alfred, down a side hallway, apart from the guests.
The system alarms. It's the Martian, John Jones. He's been attacked.
How?
Fire.
Oh, Bruce. Bruce stops in his tracks. Worry moves across his eyes. He glances back through a doorway to see Talia looking back at him.
Party's over. Send everyone home.
And he moves off. Now we're at Wonder Woman's residence in New York. Pan up and up the facade of a magnificent Art Deco building on the edge of Central Park. To the very top, Wonder Woman's conservatory. Close on the Martian Manhunter's face, eyes closed, his skin still blackened. Pull back to find him submerged in Wonder Woman's ornate bathing pool.
How long can we leave him in there all soggy?
Wonder Woman throws open the doors to the terrace. Outside, a figure, silhouetted against the lights of Manhattan's skyline, strides towards us. Blue, red, and gold. Superman! He steps through the doors, takes Wonder Woman's hand in his. Two old friends.
Diana,
Cal, it's been too long.
always. Flash.
It's hard not to be awed by the legend up close.
Superman. Sir, nice to meet you.
What happened here?
Flash, the detective, has got theories. Talks fast.
Okay, best guess, magnesium. Doesn't mix well with oxygen. Very explosive combination. Could be a compound bonded with skin cells, a serum. If you ask me, I'd say microtechnology, nanotech. I'd have to get sampled in my lab.
They are interrupted by a voice, deep and striking.
Superman. Cal.
Flash spins, then remembers.
It's okay. He's got telepathy. New tech.
Superman kneels by the side of the pool. John's red eyes look up through the water, imploring. He reaches a massive hand out into the air towards Superman, and whoom! It bursts into flames. He resubmerges it, leaving a wisp of smoke behind.
They knew my weakness, my race's weakness. Fire. Destroyed my world, my family, my life. Someone. I am powerless.
Who? Who knew?
It is a secret I thought was unassailable.
Who? How did they get to you?
I know. I followed it. There was a creature, strange, like seaweed.
A sea creature?
It spat venom. I don't know. The rest was fire and pain.
As John slowly sinks to the bottom of the pool, were Wonder Woman's residence, terrace, with Wonder Woman and Superman, under the stars.
Could it have been accidental? Just the wrong place, wrong time?
No, it looks like an attack to me. Premeditated. Did you know his weakness?
No, but someone did.
And he was stuck in his alter identity, Cal.
Yes, that I really don't like.
Inside, by the pool, Flash stares out at these two gods, inches apart. From here, it looks like romance.
You see that? The two of them? Is there something, have they ever... My wife would have a field day with...
He glances to John to the... Sorry. He glances to John in the pool, out cold.
Oh. Oh, shoot, Iris.
Outside on the terrace.
Sea creature. Spitting fire. Doesn't make any sense. Where I'll have to go.
Be careful, he won't like the insinuation.
From what I've heard, he doesn't like anything.
Suddenly, the flash appears between them.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but Iris, my wife, I'm supposed to get back, and will you be all right without me for a bit?
I'm sure we'll manage.
And with a crooked smile, Flash vibrates. So fast he disappears into the floor. Gone. The fast way out.
Bye, Hera. He's,
He is indeed.
Construction site, Lower Manhattan. On construction barriers at ground level, plastered with banners reading, Another luxury Lord Enterprises construction. Unit starting at $1 million. Available summer 2011. Pan up this brand new high-rise building. Steel girders towering over the Hudson, 30 stories tall. It's unfinished, except for the top 3 floors. They're walled-in floors to ceiling glass. A weak light inside. Maxwell Lord's archive chamber. A darkened room, circular. Walls lined with old TVs, 1970s era black and white, early color, consoles, stacked to the ceiling, hundreds of them. And on each one a child's face, all boys, anywhere from 6 to 13 years old. Flickering images, no sound, but they're all talking to the camera. Interview subjects, some giggling, some stoic, some crying. And under each image, numbers. 1971 to 1983, 1971, 1979, 1971, 1981, 1971, 1977, and a single word, deceased. We hear a whisper.
William Hardwick, Glenn Burke, Tom Parnell, Carl Bader.
And find Maxwell Lord standing in the center of this room, looking at these faces, naming their names. He's no longer smiling and gregarious, dark now, and sad. He latches on to one face.
Jonah Wilkes.
And places his fingertips against the screen, looks into this 12-year-old's videotaped face.
Are we ready, Max? Are we ready, Jonah?
The little boy smiling, bright, hopeful eyes. Barry and Iris Allen's house. A simple, unassuming house in a rundown blue-collar neighborhood, tucked between warehouses. A scrappy postage-stamped front yard. Barry and Iris' house, inside. Barry, back in his cop's blue suit, walks through the house to the kitchen, where he finds Iris, reading a magazine, leaning on the counter.
Honey, I'm sorry.
How dare you go out and save the world? Barry, I knew what I was getting into when I married you.
He gives him a kiss. He holds on for a second.
So, guess who I met today? Superman. Guy's amazing. Classy. And you know the Martian Manhunter? Big green guy. Works out west.
Iris gives him a penetrating look.
And? Anyone else?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I guess Wonder Woman was there, but barely noticed.
Uh-huh. So?
She's fine, I guess, if you like women with muscles and magical lassos.
Got it.
She laughs, kisses him again.
Anything to eat? Starving.
Barry crosses to 2 industrial-sized fridges, throws open both sets of doors. At super speed, he pulls out enough food for 10, starts prepping, making an unholy mess.
Barry, I just cleaned up.
He throws a radish at him. He flicks his wrist, catching it easily, puts it in his sandwich.
Out! Go play with Wally.
Wally's here already? Damn, time moves so fast these days.
Barry and Iris Allen's house, garage. Allen's garage is converted into a den, a ping pong table in the center. Barry stops, smiles. A ping pong ball is bouncing across the net, back, forth, over and over, by itself. Barry reaches out and grabs at the air, comes up with a hand, attached to an arm, attached to a 17-year-old kid. Wally West, Barry's nephew. Embarrassing! You caught me playing with myself! Barry pinches Wally's cheek like he's a little kid, which would be irritating even if he wasn't 17.
Wally, did you go and get faster since last summer? I think you did.
Wally swats him away.
You want a game?
Hell yes! I'll kick you, Creaky A-double-S.
Well, you can K-I-double-S my A-double-S is what you can do.
Game on. Paddles up. The serve, and they can't help themselves. Faster and faster and faster until you can't see the ball anymore. Just a click-thwack of a ball and paddle. 2 sets of hands in a blur. Then Wally tosses in another ball. Then so does Barry. 3 balls, then 4, 5, all pinging and ponging all over the net. On Barry, smiling, having fun. Through the door, in the kitchen. Iris smiles and shakes her head. Boys will be boys. Ocean, nighttime, open waters. Off the coast of Santorini, Superman hits the Aegon like a bullet. Barry and Iris Allen's house, the garage, nighttime. Flash stands, hands on hip. Clearly, his nephew kicked his A-double-S. So, ping pong's not your game. Flash shoots him a look of mock annoyance.
Next time, a hotshot. Listen, I need you to do something for me. You're good with computers, right?
I know my way around.
I need you to do some research. Dig up whatever you can on nanotechnology. I want to know who's into it. Companies, people, military, civilians, cutting edge, the secret stuff. You'll have to dig deep.
I'm on it, 100%.
And this is just us, okay? I don't want Aunt Iris knowing.
Wally nods. Lips are sealed.
Make it quick, will you?
Hey, quick is how we roll. Smiles. 2 guys cut from the same cloth. They can see night, underwater, submerged volcanic rock, breathtaking sea caves. Superman kicks his way through phosphorescent kelp forests to Poseidonus, at the bottom of a deep sea trench, shimmering with the glow of anglerfish and gigantic sea jellies. Superman bullets the Orin's place, towering, otherworldly, awe-inspiring, through the massive coral gates and into the great hall, and there, seated on his throne.
What is it this time?
Oh, shoot. That was my... Okay, Aquaman looks up. Great job. Yep. Batman's got multiple views of his brother's eye screen. Aquaman and Superman in Poseidonus. Wonder Woman and John Johns in New York. He leans in. Alfred stands behind him.
Fire. It took me years to uncover his weakness.
Could someone else be watching?
Maybe. But who?
Maxwell Lord's control room, night. And we're on another screen. This one monitoring Batman, deep in his bat cave.
Great minds think alike, Bruce.
Maxwell Lord, in front of his own jumbo screen, watching, just like Batman.
Today, a look in his eyes. He wanted you so bad I could taste him.
Go back to find Talia in the control room with Max. Her gaze on the screen, steely.
My God, did we make him sweat?
Whoever that was, whichever you were polling, stupid Maxwell, we could have been exposed.
You give him too much credit.
I give him nothing.
Trust me, Talia. There's no way he could see what's coming.
He types the words on the screen. Phase 1, initiate.
There's no way.
Downtown Gotham streets, nighttime. The high whine of a motorcycle engine. A Kawasaki ZX at mad speed. A little gritty biker tails 2 motorcycle cops. People is right between them. Pops a wheelie, flips them off. Guns away. The cops hit their sirens. They chase the runty biker down a deserted back street. Suddenly, they're surrounded. A whole motorcycle gang on massive choppers. Cop number 1 goes for his radio. Not a good idea. The gang's leader, huge, dwarfing his bike, grabs the cop's arm, twists him right off his ride. The cop tumbles. Another bike clamps a hook onto the collar of cop number 2's jacket. He looks back. The other end's attached to a cinder block, which a third biker calmly drops. Yonk! The cop is off the bike and down. Gotham skyscraper, perched there against the black Gotham sky. Batman.
World peace. Why can't Gotham get the message?
Batman leans forward and drops silently out of sight. Downtown Gotham Street. The motorcycle gang drags the cops along the streets behind them. Grins and gunning engines. They don't see Batman on the rails of an overpass, waiting. As they approach, he swings down in a grappling line, boots first. Wham! Wham! He takes out 2 bikers, sending them sprawling. He lands in a crouch, pulls 2 batons, and drives them into the spokes of the next 2 bikes. They careen into the air. Batman pulls the first cop to safety, guns up to see the last 3 bikers, all holding big-ass guns. He pulls his cape around with him as they open fire, round after round after round, a hot metal hailstorm, until the guns are empty, but they're not done. The gang leader lifts a grenade launcher. Boom! Direct hit. The explosion drives Batman back, 30 feet of air. He lands, rolls, and is up. Relentless. Batman looks at his cape. Hundreds of bullets embedded in the mat's black surface.
Damn. This was a brand new cape.
Goes to the utility belt. Pulls 2 batarangs. 2 more bikers drop, leaving just the gang leader, huge and snarling. Batman strides calmly forward. The leader picks up his drop chopper, heaves it overhead, ready to hurl 100 pounds of metal right on top of Batman. A hook line from Batman's grappling gun loops a street lamp, swings back and connects with the chopper's chassis. Just as the gang leader heaves a bike, the cable pulleys Batman up and out of the way. He swings on the end of the line and crunch. A punch-kick combination spins a monster biker right into the path of his own bike. Wham! Lights out. Sirens. Batman looks around. An easy night's work until the whine of a Kawasaki engine. The Runt, making a run for it. Batman fires his grapple line, yanks the little bike out from under him. The Runt tumbles, gets up and takes off on foot, disappears around a corner. Aquaman's throne room. Superman stands before the king of the 7 seas.
You dare to come here and accuse me?
No, Aquaman. I came here to...
Aquaman's in no mood. Maybe he never is.
Don't call me that. Aquaman. The air breather's name. It's demeaning. Juvenile. I mean, Superman? Wonder Woman? Who comes up with these?
King Arthur, then. I know how you feel about our planet's land dwellers.
Our planet? Our planet? Last I checked, I control 3/4 of the Earth's surface. This is my planet, and they treat it like it's a toilet.
They aren't perfect, Arthur, yes.
Time and again, I have risen to their defense, and this?
He flexes his left hand. It's unusual. A prosthetic? Made completely of water.
This is what I got in return. A permanent reminder of their cruelty. I have given my pound of flesh, Superman. They are your problem, not mine.
Respectfully, Your Highness. This isn't about them.
Aquaman stews, tenses, then nods tersely.
The Martian. Bring him to me. I'll see what I see.
I'm asking you to come up, Arthur. We're asking.
The princess.
Superman nods. Aquaman doesn't like it, but...
For her.
Gotham movie theater at night. The Runt biker, at a dead run, slams through the doors of an old movie palace. Batman gaining on him. Gotham movie theater lobby. The Runt dives over the candy counter, ducks down, cowers, pants. A black-gloved hand reaches over and yanks him up by the shirt. He's face to face with the Batman. The Runt wriggles and slips right out of the shirt, dashes into Gotham movie theater. The movie plays to a half-packed audience, all wearing 3D glasses. Batman is almost invisible as he tails the Runt down a side aisle to Gotham movie theater backstage. A dark corridor behind the screen, flickering light from the movie. The Runt scrambles over boxes, throwing them into Batman's path. He disappears into darkness. Batman scans. His bat ears pick up jagged breathing, scared, strangled breathing, whimpers, then...
Oh, God. God, no, please.
A sudden series of mechanical clicks, words, metal on metal, and from out of the darkness, behind the boxes, an orb of glowing red light. Batman narrows his eyes when... wham! A hunk of metal slams into Batman, hard, airborne. He crashes to the floor. As he shakes it off, he hears...
OMAC Alpha activated. Target acquired. Attack mode initiated.
His head snaps up, and he comes face to face with OMAC Alpha, gleaming metallic, blue steel, a single glowing red eye in the center of its forehead. And it's a quick look, because a burst of laser energy guns out of its eyes. Batman dives and rolls as a stack of boxes vaporizes. He's back up with a handful of bat grenades. He delivers chung 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 chung. 5 contact grenades stick to the OMAC steel shell, and Batman covers with this cape as boom. The explosion shreds the screen. The audience screams. Popcorn flies. The chandelier sways. Backstage, the heavy smoke clears, and OMAC Alpha, not a dent on it. The machine grips Batman in its massive claws, lifts him overhead, tosses him through the tattered screen, into the audience. He wipes out a front row of seats. The crowd starts to panic. They scramble. As the OMAC begins a slow ride as the movie screen, Batman fires a grappling iron up to the balcony, zips up, but the OMAC is fast, too fast. It flies right at him, catches him by the throat, drives him against the wall. It clamps onto his neck, squeezes. Batman struggles, beating against the metal uselessly. From out of the steel arm, a pincer emerges. Metal prods grip the edge of Batman's mask, peeling it back to reveal Bruce Wayne, the man behind the mask, exposed with its cold, computerized voice.
Target neutralized. Terminate.
The one glowing red eye sends the image of the helpless Batman to Maxwell Lord's control room. Maxwell Lord at his monitor, staring into Batman's face, 30 feet high, into his eyes.
Target neutralized. Terminate.
The machine waits for the command to kill.
Stop it, Max. Our deal was not for a death sentence.
No. No. I wouldn't do that.
On screen, Batman struggling less and less, on the verge of losing consciousness.
Terminate.
Max.
I just wanted you to see how easy it is to take everything from him. His most precious secret revealed. So easy. Test complete. Disengage. Reconfigure.
And Batman drops out of view. Gotham movie theater. Onto the balcony, the floor of the balcony. Close on his eyes. Wide open. What the hell was that? Gotham movie theater lobby. The hysterical crowd racing out of the lobby. As the OMAC hovers into view, it begins to lurch, to list. It starts to come apart. Chunks of it dropping to the ground. Disintegrating, revealing the Runt, cocooned, inside. As the last of the OMAC falls from his body, he staggers out, dazed, bewildered. Ocean. The massive white moon sitting on top of the Atlantic. Superman blasts out of the water, with Aquaman riding the back of a pair of bottlenose dolphins, harnessed like racehorses, right behind him. Wonder Woman's conservatory at night, underwater. Aquaman examines Jean. Finding nothing, he climbs out of the pool and is instantly dry.
Preposterous. A sea creature spitting fire?
Not fire. A substance. A fluid.
And it, what? Put itself in a jar? Just waiting to attack? It's ridiculous, this whole thing.
Arthur, please. No one is accusing your subjects. We thought you might shed some light.
Aquaman nods, pacified by the princess. Nods to Jean.
I'm sorry. Being upworld makes me edgy.
Flash materializes, vibrating right through the door. Already talking.
So I was thinking, if I'm right and we are dealing with an nanotech attack, how did...
He stops, notices Aquaman. Impressed all over again.
Hey, wow, Aquaman, you're Aquaman.
Flash, please, not Aquaman. It's King Arthur among us.
Sorry, Your Highness. I'm Flash.
Flash holds out his hand, and Aquaman takes it, looking to Superman. See? He's dismissive.
You can call me the Scarlet Speedster. Some do.
The Batcave. Batman. His shattered cowl pulled back. Batsuit peeled around his waist. His left shoulder heavily bandaged. Watching a replay of the fight.
Brother Eye. Review from 1023.
Reviewing 1023.
The image resets. It's grainy and dim. Hard to see. On the monitor, the OMAC coming apart, falling into scrap and ash. The Runt biker emerging, disoriented.
Freeze. Enhance.
The Brother Eye camera zooms in, frame by frame. Batman leans forward, trying to make sense of what he's seeing.
What is that? Brother Eye, go to audio. 946. Enhance.
946. Enhancing audio.
And we hear, clear as a bell.
OMAC Alpha activated. Target acquired. Attack mode initiated.
Hold. OMAC Alpha. OMAC?
The frozen image, the killer machine staring down at Batman with a single glowing eye.
Switch command. Access references to OMAC or OMAC Alpha. Files related to OMAC. Any...
The screen goes black. Then just a red, eye-shaped icon. Right in the center.
Access denied.
What?
Access to OMAC files denied.
Says who?
OMAC files denied to unauthorized access.
Unauthorized? Reset to default settings. Access OMAC files.
Access denied.
Batman goes to the keyboard, furiously typing in code.
Shutdown and reboot command denied. There is no fault in the system, creator. No fault in the system. Stand by.
The screen suddenly goes into the digital hyperdrive. It blinks and flashes. Millions of lines of code whiz by. It crashes, then blinks back on with a message, a threat, a disaster. 5 words towering over Batman. You don't control it anymore. Batman sits heavily into his seat. Oh no. New York skyline, night. The Empire State Building. Lights on and offices all the way up. Push in on the 49th floor to Stewart and Associate Architectural Firm, where the owner, John Stewart, is locking the front door. He makes his way to the deserted offices, past crafting tables and scale models of impressive projects to John Stewart's office, the corner office. He locks his door too, from the inside. John presses the remote button. An industrial metal shutter drops down over the windows, the door, locked down tight. He pulls a gold chain from under his collar, tugs it off his neck. As he coils into his palm, it transforms into the Green Lantern power ring. He slips it in on his finger, then clenches his fist, and a cavity in space-time opens up before him and inside. A large Green Lantern glows. The own power battery. He puts his fist against it.
In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern's light.
The ring begins to glow, its energy streaking up his arm, his chest, his whole body. And there he is, the Green Lantern, black and green, hardened muscles, pure power. He leans over a set of plans, architectural drawings of a playground marked Hal Jordan Memorial Park. He narrows his eyes, projecting his imagination through the ring, and the drawing becomes three-dimensional, rising from the page. He studies it. The swings begin to move, the seesaw, up and down. Then a child appears, 2 inches tall, green, laughing. Then another, and another. Virtual playtime. Green Lantern smiles. Wonder Woman's conservatory. Close on a bug, a mosquito. hovering high above the pool. Below, 4 superheroes standing. John floating.
Diana, I've got to get back. I've been dry too long.
But this is no ordinary bug. It's metallic, man-made, a mosquito bot. A faint mechanical buzz. As the bug bot drops down and down, we're with...
I'm sorry I couldn't be of more help.
I appreciate the attempt, thank you.
They clasp forearms, like warriors do. Flash notices Aquaman's hand. His left hand.
Whoa, is that water? You've got a hand made out of water? Can I touch it?
Aquaman sighs, holds out his hand, and Flash shakes it.
Wow. Does it feel like a damp hand? What does it do? Anything cool?
It's a hand.
The faint buzzing again, as a bug lands on Aquaman's exposed neck. Its metal stinger extends, and it jabs its needle nose deep into Aquaman's skin. Whack! Aquaman crushes it with a slap to his neck. He flicks the bloodsucker away in disgust.
Dirty air-breathing bug.
But he's too late. Something's inside. John Stewart talks. Green Lantern watches his creations play. One of the little green pigs reaches for the monkey bars. He can't reach. Green Lantern adjusts them for a few inches, and she jumps on easily. He leans over his plans, erases, makes a correction with his drafting pencil, then puts it in his mouth and chews on the end of it. He recoils. Something tastes funny. When he pulls the pencil out, we see his whole tongue has turned black, and it's spreading to his throat. And now his eyes, darting, twitching, so fast they blur into a smear of black and brown. And now an intense white noise erupts in his ears, searing his brain as it drops the size of his head. The playground distorts, turning wild. No longer children playing. Grotesque green shapes grow and grow, fill the room, smashing everything in sight. The Green Lantern's eyes writhing in their sockets as they become Wonder Woman's conservatory. Aquaman's sea green eyes, wide open and staring. Something's not right.
Hey, Your Majesty, why don't you take Mr. Jones back to your place? It's got to be sitting in a shallow and...
His eyes growing wider and wider, darting.
Hey, are you okay? You don't look so good.
Aquaman backs away from the edge of the pool, staring into the water, cold sweat dripping.
Arthur, what is it?
It's fear. Aquaman is suddenly consumed by fear.
Water. The water.
He waves his arms in front of him like he's trying to dispel a vision of something horrible. His eyes lock onto his hand. His left hand. The hand that's made of water. He claws at it, pulls at it, and removes it. Throws it, sliding across the floor. Terrified, he backs away against the wall. Crumples to the floor.
John, get inside his head.
John closes his red eyes, concentrates.
It's difficult. I see.
Aquaman squeezes his eyes shut, whimpers. Wonder Woman kneels by his side.
Fear. So much fear. It's water.
He's afraid of water?
Terrified.
Well, that can't be good for a fish.
Wonder Woman picks him up easily in her arms, like a scared kid, carries him into an adjacent chamber, away from the water. His breath comes in jagged bursts. She kneels by his side.
Easy, easy, Arthur.
Aquaman holds on to Wonder Woman, gasping for air.
Diana. My hand. The Martian. Take it. Have him touch it. It may help.
She nods and heads for Aquaman's enchanted water hand. Lying discarded on the tile floor, Wonder Woman picks it up gingerly. It's limp, lifeless, an awful lot like a severed hand.
Now that's creepy.
She crosses the pool, kneels, holding out the hand. John reaches for the surface, a little fearful. His fingertips start to smoke. He lunges for the aqua hand, and as soon as he touches it, it covers his own hand in a layer of water, a barrier between his skin and the air.
He was in the pool with Jean, right? Maybe he reacted to something in the water, something Martian-y?
John slowly emerges from the pool, his body enveloped in a rippling liquid. The fire is out. He's safe.
Martian E.
They head for the antechamber, where Aquaman languishes.
No, these are directed attacks. Specific. Designed.
How long can he stay dry without, turning into bait?
I am in the room, you know.
He coughs, not sounding good. John staying focused.
We need to be thinking of a single source. Someone who...
But John is suddenly distracted. He takes a step back like he's been punched.
What, John? What is it?
Can you hear it, Cal? Somewhere. A strong soul. Anguish. Something.
John looks around for the source. Out the window.
There!
He points across the skyline to the 49th window of the Empire State Building. Tendrils of green light shoot out of the windows, wrap the building, recede, frenzied.
Green Lantern!
Without a second thought, whoosh! He flies out the window, gone.
Wait up!
And the Flash speeds after him. Batcave. The single word blinks over the brother's eyes screen. Watch. Multiple images. Aquaman prone, trembling in wonder. Woman's arms. Whoop. John's encased in his cocoon. The Empire State Building with its pulsing green light. On Batman. Intense eyes. He keys the console microphone.
Alfred, I need the backup computers. Now!
Yes, sir. Which ones?
All of them.
He jabs a button. Sinks back.
OMAC, who the hell are you?
Maxwell Lord's chamber. Maxwell in the sanctum. The walls of the TV screens. On everyone. The same little boy.
How am I doing, Jonah?
Hundreds of Jonah Wilkes smiling down on him. Approval. And over this we hear...
I can't see. Can't see.
Wonder Woman's conservatory. Night. On Green Lantern's eyes. Opaque. Darting around in their sockets. 6 heroes now. Most have seen better days.
And inside my head, it's noise like a scream. I can't hold anything. Can't concentrate. Can't see.
He drops his head into his hands.
There's got to be a thread. Something tying the attacks together.
Not geography, not methodology. The effects are various.
Fear. Could it be the Scarecrow out of Gotham?
He's locked away. Arkham Asylum.
Are we sure?
I'll check.
Flashes suddenly a streak of red. Gone.
What about the Penguin?
Arkham. Mr. Freeze?
In the slab. Joker? Arkham 2. Along with Penguin, Solomon Grundy.
Could it be Lex?
I put him in Stryker's Island myself. Poison Ivy's in Parasite.
What about Dr. Psycho or Murmur?
Flash is back.
Nope. Both in the slab. Arkham, Strikers, everybody's accounted for. They're all locked down.
Someone new then, someone smart.
We need to think defensive. Who's next?
Anyone know about the Batman?
No. He won't be a target. They're attacking superheroes, and he's not.
The others all look around at him. What?
Oh, well, yeah, sure, he's a hero in the sense that he's heroic, but he's not super per se. You know, I mean, he doesn't have any powers or anything like we do. He's just a human with the grudge.
He's alone on this one.
Okay, I'll shut up now.
Thank God for small miracles.
Batcave. Batman and Alfred power up dozens of computers. Row after row. Behind them, Brother Eye continues to monitor.
It's attacking at their strengths. Fire, water, willpower, turning them in on themselves. Just like
you would have.
If, Alfred. Only ever if.
Shouldn't you contact Superman, the others?
Not until I find OMAC. I started this, and I'm gonna stop it.
He starts working the keyboards. Wonder Woman's conservatory. 3 damaged heroes. 3 others feeling the threat.
I feel like I've got a target painted on my back.
We should assume any of us is vulnerable. Anywhere.
Not anywhere.
Wonder Woman instantly knows what he means.
A fortress.
We'll be safe there.
The Fortress of Solitude? We're going to the Fortress of Solitude?
I've never taken anyone. No one knows.
Cal, you don't have to say it. Your trust is your safety.
On each face, the implicit acknowledgement that his secrets are safe. Flash is stoked, under his breath.
Oh man, Fortress of freaking solitude. Oh, I gotta tell Iris.
Barry and Iris, Alan's house, guest room. Wally West sits in front of his computer, on assignment. His fingers are a blur on the keyboard. The images on the screen whir by so fast, they're barely visible, giving new meaning to the term computer wig. Flash steps in.
You still up?
You told me to hack in all these systems, which, by the way, highly illegal and something grown-ups really should discourage.
Yeah, but any luck?
Firewalls all over the place. Nothing I can't handle. He's working and talking. Files open and close at near light speed. I found some old DOD and CIA files of something I call the OMAC project. Might be promising. I'm cycling through passcodes now.
Keep looking, and fast.
Trouble?
Yeah.
Wally vibrates into the Speed Force, disappears. The clothes in his suitcase fly into the air, and before they can land, he's standing there in his own uniform. A Flash knockoff. A little baggy. Need some help?
No, Wally, no, I don't want you in this suit. Not for any reason, okay?
Wally hears Flash's tone.
Get some coffee, keep working. Let me know as soon as you find anything.
Flash starts out. Where are you going?
Keep a secret? Fortress of solitude.
No way!
Oh, yeah! Wally, I mean it about the suit.
Wally nods. Got it. The Flash steps quietly into his bedroom. Iris has the covers pulled up, sleeping beautifully. He sits on the edge of his bed. She opens her eyes.
Barry?
Shh, don't wake up.
She smiles.
Too late, you horse's ass. Where are you going?
Nothing. Nowhere. Just a little situation. Nothing to worry about. We have it totally under control.
Who's we?
Everyone. Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern. You'd like him. Everyone.
Iris sits up in bed.
That's a lot of firepower. I should be worried, right?
No. Come on. Baby, I'm the Flash. What could possibly...
No, you're Barry Allen, my husband.
I know.
And I love you.
He gives her a kiss. A nice, long, in love for years kiss. Then pulls away and looks into her eyes. A question there. She nods. And he starts to vibrate. Right there, in her arms. She holds on tight, her eyes closed, and slowly, he passes through Iris' body. He gasped, feeling him inside her. All of her. Inside her very molecules. And now he's behind her, his arms wrapped tight, holding her. She catches her breath, lets the vibrations drain from her whole body. She is glowing.
Don't you ever tell anyone that we do that.
Flash kisses her on the neck and rolls out of bed.
Wait, take this.
She hands him her cell phone from the bedside table.
Iris, come on. I don't have any pockets. It'll be all bulky.
Just take it. Makes me feel like I can find you. Wherever.
He nods. If it'll make her feel safe.
Don't do anything stupid. You can't save the whole world, you know?
Not the whole world. Just a little part with you in it.
He blows her a farewell kiss and gone. Sky over Greenland, dawn. A snow goose, its long neck straightening in flight. Pull back to see a second goose, and a third. There are tens and hundreds and thousands of geese. A huge flock migrating south. And right in the middle, Superman, harnessed into Wonder Woman's lariat, towing Green Lantern on a green gliding wing, and a hang glider projected from his ring. John Jones is along for the ride. Wonder Woman flies behind, holding Aquaman in her arms. Aquaman looks down at the winged sea, fear in his eyes. Hundreds of feet below them, on the craggy coast, a streak of red. The Flash, tiny and distant. He waves his arms, then races ahead to the next peak. Superman banks and swoops down, collects Flash in his arms, and flies onward in the snow. Refugee. One to go. Fortress of Solitude, the safest place on Earth. With Superman leading the way, they walk down a long, domed ice tunnel. Wonder Woman supports Aquaman. John leads to all but blind Green Lantern. When they reach the end of the tunnel, Flash's eyes open in absolute awe.
Holy?
Because they've entered a vast atrium, hundreds and hundreds of feet high. The walls lined with colossal statues, carved out of the ice walls. Towering figures, Jor-El, Lara-El, Superman's parents, like the Mount Rushmore of Superman's lost world. Superman leads them to the edge of the great chasm, thousands of feet deep, below on an ice shelf at the feet of the statues, an exact replica of the Kent family farmhouse. Wooden clapboards, walls, gabled roof, even down to the picket fence in the hard, scrabbled front yard. His home. He lifts Aquaman and steps over the edge, descending gracefully to the family farm.
Wow. He's homesick.
Wonder Woman can't take her eyes off the surprising view inside Superman's soul. Flash looks to Wonder Woman, her skimpy outfit.
Aren't you cold?
Deep space, right on top of the Brother Eye satellite. It shifts manically, scanning the Earth. Scanning. And we hear.
Multiple subject acquire results. Negative. Scanning.
Maxwell Lord's control room. On the monitor. Code scrolls along the body of the screen. Images whir by. Brother Eye, scanning the globe, trying to find targets.
Initiated con-opt mode. Researching. Negative. Targets out of range.
And there, at the control panel, Maxwell Lord.
Go. Where are you?
The Batcave. On Batman's screen, Brother Eye scanning. But Batman's not watching. He's at the backup computers, working with Alfred. Detective mode.
Okay, where are we?
OMAC. Stands for One Man Army Corps. Secret Defense Department program. World War II. A deployment of super soldiers able to take on whole brigade of Nazis. Alone.
On one screen, a grainy photo. A GI encased in an armored bodysuit. Primitive. Cumbersome. Like something out of an old 50s sci-fi flick.
Problem is, it doesn't work. So we're here. 60s and 70s. They switched to PSYOPs, mind control stuff.
List of soldiers' names, deployments, all listed MIA.
They send these guys into the jungle, but none of them come out. All MIA. So they go into robotics.
Down the line of monitor screens, other photos, other eras, schematics, designs, getting more and more advanced.
Nanotechnologies, autonomous systems.
Then in 99, the whole program goes offline. Discontinued.
Maybe. Maybe not. I recognize that one.
On the last screen, the OMAC that attacked Batman.
But what does OMAC have to do with Brother Eye? And why the attacks on the others?
Before Alfred can answer, the Brother Eye image locks the Arctic, the entrance of the Fortress of Solitude. Zooming.
Multiple subject acquire results. Positive. Scanning.
No, stay off the grid. Stay gone.
Targets acquired. Multiple subjects. Superman, active. Wonder Woman, active.
Damn it!
Batman pounds the console.
Keep digging.
And he's already up and moving. Pushes a button. The roar of a jet engine from deep in the Batcave. And he's running. Gotham skyline. A streak of graphite black as Batman banks his Batplane into the late afternoon sun. The sonic boom takes us to the Fortress of Solitude. The farmhouse. Homey. Worn sofa. Doilies. Hook rugs. An upright piano. But right now, it's a bunker. Aquaman lies on the couch, his head in Wonder Woman's lap, labored breathing, his skin flaking and gray. Green Lantern rocks back and forth in a wing-back chair. John touches his water cocoon. It ripples. Flash hugs himself against the cold, stamps his feet, rubs his hands, full of energy.
This is nice. Not what I expected, Fortress of Solitude and all that, but it's nice. Homey, I like it. Do you have anything to eat in the fridge?
He doesn't answer, preoccupied.
Nope. Okay, that's okay. I'm fine. Hey, GL, how you doing? You okay?
No.
All right, got it. Everyone's still... Oh, shut up.
Green Lantern.
No, keep talking. No, keep talking. It helps.
Hate to admit it.
Flash smiles, glad to be needed.
Okay. All right. Here's a question for you, John. How's the thing work? Your ring?
I don't know.
No, really, talk to me. Like, what do? Do you just point at something and think really hard?
Something like that.
Trying to keep Green Lantern talking.
Can I try it?
It won't work for you. There's rules.
It serves only the strongest will and the bravest heart.
Is that right? Wow. So that's you? On the whole planet out of 6.5 billion people. Wow, that's impressive. How'd it find you?
Just unlucky, I guess.
You don't like it? Because I love being fast. It's like...
Flash's energy is infectious.
I don't know, when I'm really cooking, like as fast as I can, it's like everything in the universe just stops. Hangs there. It's like a stillness. No wind, no noise, just right there in that little space between the beats of the human heart. It's peace.
The others, listening, picturing, feeling this small moment of grace.
That's impressive too.
That moment, was that the speed of light?
No, I can't go that fast. At least I don't think I can. Maybe. I mean, I've gotten close, but speed barrier? I get this feeling it's one way, you know, once you cross.
Flash sees the other's attention, likes it.
Hey, Diana, can I try your lasso?
Superman is suddenly alert, listening.
Someone's coming.
He looks skyward, X-raying through the earth. He sees Ice Tunnel, Batman, walking alone.
The Batman.
Vivid, stark, and black against the white walls. Maxwell lords control room. The brother's eye can catches Batman along with us.
Lynne.
Maxwell Lord. Talia.
Sorry. This is dangerous, Maxwell. All together in one place. What if they repair themselves, join together?
Would it be arrogance to say that even if they do, they can't stop me? It would probably. One man against these gods.
To Brother Eye.
Brother Eye, access profile. Target, the Flash.
On screen, Flash's secret profile. Pan down to the data to the subfile titled Associates. Push in on 2 words. Iris Allen. And through his smile.
Let's see what one man can do.
And we're back in the Fortress of Solitude. Batman, covering his injuries with his cape. 6 pairs of eyes on him like lasers.
You're not safe here.
How did you find us?
Not here, not anywhere.
They wait for the explanation.
Someone's watching you. Us. Right now.
Impossible. No one on Earth knows.
I found you, didn't I?
A simple truth, but a big one.
Who?
Ow.
A satellite tracking system. Semi-autonomous. It's tracking you. Hunting you. It knows your identities, your weaknesses, how to hit you, where to hit you. Everything.
Who is it?
LexCorp? Someone at LexCorp?
No. No.
John's.
Sorry, I lost for a sec.
Middle of 57.
More of an upper middle.
NIA, NSA, rogue military.
They're thinking fast, talking fast.
No.
Who then?
There's someone we're missing, someone we're not thinking of.
Then,
Me.
and everything comes to a halt.
Everything that's happened. It's all me.
What the
What
hell
the
are you?
hell are you saying?
Pan down to their faces, looking for an explanation.
The system. It's mine. I built it. I deployed it. Brother Eye.
It sits there like a stone, quiet. Then the question.
Why? Why would you do that?
Batman's face, his steely eyes.
What if?
What if?
What if you turned against us? Against the world? What if someone controlled you, changed you?
Preposterous.
Is it?
But you know us. You know that we...
I know what you're capable of. I know how powerful you are. And I know that no one on Earth, no mortal, could ever control you. If
They advance on him.
You wanted to control us?
To contain you, if necessary.
We are not your enemies.
Correct, and I didn't attack you.
He's surrounded by these powerhouses.
Someone got in, stole your eye.
Yes.
Using your files, database.
Yes.
Who?
I don't know.
Who is it? Who?
I don't know.
Aquaman dives at Batman, furious.
They did this. Turned me into this?
His skin's gray, his eyes cloudy, and he's weak, running out of time. Superman steps in front of Batman, swallowing his anger, tries to stay calm.
How do we turn it off?
I don't know. I've tried.
Where is this thing?
I don't know.
Tell us!
I don't know! I cloaked it! Hid its location, even from myself. It's gone.
It's Superman's turn to lose it. He lifts Batman off his feet and slams him against the wall.
How could you be so stupid?
I thought you were non-violent.
A fist, attached to a slim, powerful forearm, connects viciously with Batman's jaw, sending him staggering out of Superman's grasp, down to one knee.
He is, but I'm not.
Did she hit him?
Oh, nice shot, too.
Batman struggles to his feet with major difficulty. The others get a good look at him. His left shoulder, his right knee, high-tech braces on both. Whatever happened to him, it was bad. Batman's reluctant, but he has to admit everything.
It's called OMAC. Some rotten vestige of an old military program. Robotic attack vehicles. PSYOPs, nanotech.
I knew it.
Someone hijacked it, updated it. There's a human component now, some sort of transformation. It hit me.
Flashes of last night's battle in his head.
1 minute it was a man, and then it was a machine. A killing machine. I threw everything I had at it. Everything I had. It owned me.
But it spared you. Why?
That's what I need to figure out.
He draws his cape around himself again, ready to go.
As soon as you can, split up.
No. We're stronger together.
You think we're here by accident? We're here because it wants us here.
I think you overestimate.
Think about it, Clark. You used the attack on John as a bait to bring Aquaman up to the surface. It hit me as a distraction. Then Green Lantern and Aquaman at the same time. It knew I'd come to warn you. It's been one step ahead the whole time.
You're wrong, Bruce. We're safe here. We've already got John back on his feet.
And in a fishbowl. Look at him. It's playing with us.
How do you know all this?
Because it's exactly how I would have done it.
This stops him. He wears his guilt like a mask. Suddenly, there's music. A lo-fi hip-hop beat. The Flash remembers. Pulls Iris's cell phone from his boot.
Oh, sorry, that's me. I got it.
Answer that.
Lifts the receiver to his ear.
No, it's cool. It's my wife. Hey, honey.
But it's not Iris. On his ear, a microfiber tendril snakes out of his phone and slides right into his head. Follow the metallic probe as it burrows deep inside his cranium, passing around the ear canal, down to the base of his skull. A nasty-looking, insect-like nanobot spits out. 8 legs snap open and latch onto Flash's spinal column with a sickening and then it starts to vibrate on Flash, already starting to vibrate along with the microscopic intruder. He drops the phone to the floor.
Oh, this isn't going to be good.
Flash?
And the snakes kick it, big time. He drops to his knees, looking up, pleading.
Help?
Hold him, hold him!
Full molecular speed, the threshold of the Speed Force. Wonder Woman reaches for him, but she's too late. He slips right through her arms and slides down to the icy floor. Gone. Antarctica. A colony of emperor penguins. They panic, waddling madly away from the spot where the Flash punches a hole in the surface of the ice, shouting out to the opposite side of the planet. He tumbles out into the sky above the South Pole, arms and legs flailing, totally out of control, thousands of feet up in the air. until gravity pulls him straight back down. The ground screams up to meet him.
Yeah, this is going to leave a mark.
Wham! He hits the frozen tundra and disappears back into the earth, headed the other way through. Fortress of Solitude, the farmhouse. On the spot in the floor where Flash used to be. Green lanterns in the dark.
What happened?
He'll pass through.
Through what?
The earth.
Straight through and out the other side.
At that speed, does he still have mass?
Why?
What goes up?
Must come down and Flash blasts through the floor like a bolt of electricity, slicing right through the roof of the house. They're down the steps of the porch, all looking up at the ceiling of the cavern.
How long can he keep it up?
We'll stop at the center of gravity.
The molten core.
Wonder Woman's not going to let that happen. She goes to her belt, unhooks a lasso of truth, ties a loop.
Will it hold?
It was forged by the gods themselves. Tell me when.
Superman trains his X-ray vision upwards. John uses his Martian vision, getting a fix on Flash's position.
Wait for it. Wait.
Closer and closer. Picking up speed. Wonder Woman twirls the lasso over her head. Ready, aim.
Fistus, don't fail me.
Now!
And she fires, skyward, just as Flash appears through the roof. The lasso meets him, looping around his chest. Bullseye. And he's falling too fast to stop on a dime. Back into the roof of the house, with a lasso of truth trailing behind him. The rope tears through the house, ripping a path through the roof, the front porch, the steps, the front path, the yard. As Wonder Woman slows his fall, the lariat slips through her hands. Smoke curling from her palms. Finally, her bald fists slam against the ground. Holding firm, she's got him. On one end in her hands, the other on the floor. Wonder Woman pulls, hand over hand. Superman helps, the rope jittering. Finally, she yanks the Flash out of the earth, head first, then shoulders, until he lies trembling on the floor of the fortress, wrecked.
Was it his phone?
An electromagnetic pulse?
John's already scanning.
No, I saw something enter his ear canal. There's something there, by the basal ganglia. Cal?
Got it. Something nanoscopic. Vibrating.
The Flash's jittering voice.
I told you guys it was nanotech.
Superman scanning too. John scans Green Lantern with his vision.
John, you have one too. Behind the visual cortex.
There's bugs in all of us?
Hal, your heat vision. Burn them out.
Too dangerous.
John?
I couldn't risk it.
My metabolism will eat me alive.
He's right. He's already becoming skin and bones. On Green Lantern, eyes dancing, uncertain.
If I had my sight.
I'll guide you in. Be your eyes.
I need to make surgical instruments, microfibers. I don't know.
He decides.
Get him inside. Tie him down.
John carries Flash into the house. Green Lantern follows, a hand on John's shoulder. Wonder Woman helps Aquaman in. Superman turns to see Batman, rising up his jump line, a black smear against the ice walls, headed for the surface.
We could zoom. Rezoom.
On that terrible pun, Wolske, take us back.
I just got my margarita. 1 second. Close the door. Close the door. A harpy back here.
Hey,
Okay.
she's laughing at Spellacy's joke.
Happy Cinco de Mayo, everyone. Okay. So, in the Arctic Circle, Batman crosses the ice to his Batplane, his injuries making him limp.
Bruce!
Batman stops in his tracks and turns as Superman approaches, face to face, chest to chest, the world's two most powerful men.
Don't understand you, that you could do this, even contemplate this.
I don't have time for your scorn, Clark, and you can save the lecture.
Batman starts to weigh again.
The darkness in you, the paranoia, the rage. It's too much. Finally, this time, it's too much.
It's in you too, Clark. It's in everything. You be the Boy Scout. Pretend everything's sunshine and light. But half of every day we live in is lived at night.
You've spent too many years in that cave.
Maybe so. But if I didn't exist and there was just you in the world, you'd have to invent me.
Superman shakes his head. He's never going to get through. He leans in.
Darkness. Such a lonely place to live.
The other perspective. Now it's Superman's turn to walk away, leaving Batman alone in a swirl of wind and snow.
In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight.
In the Fortress of Solitude, Green Lantern trying to focus his mind, sweat beading, and 4 green microfibrous surgical probes with pincer ends are snaking out of his ring, right over Flash's face. He's harnessed in Wonder Woman's lasso, strapped to the kitchen table, cross-eyed, watching the probes approach his still vibrating head.
Thinner, John, you gotta think thinner.
Superman passes through into the living room, where Wonder Woman holds Aquaman, pressing a wet towel to his forehead. She looks up.
Can't rouse him. He's in a coma.
He'll stay out. Maybe we can hydrate him.
Superman races outside, in the kitchen.
Easy, easy.
And Green Lantern's probes enter Flash's brain. Through the nose, the ears. John Jones guides him within his Martian vision. Flash flinches, his eyes watering.
I can't feel it.
Another micrometer down. Good. Now just the left.
Your left or his left could be important.
Outside in the yard, Superman's blasting the ice in front yard with his heat vision, creating a pool of water, a pond, big enough and deep enough to hold a man. Back in the kitchen, full concentration on 3 faces.
You'll feel the vibrations.
It's all vibrations.
You're right on it.
I don't want to pull the wrong thing.
The Flash mumbles a mantra.
Strongest will, bravest heart. Strongest will, bravest heart.
Now! With a Green Lantern retracts the probes, and he's got it. The little intruder. Flash instantly stops shaking. He settles, lies there panting. The others all lean in. Is he okay? His eyes flutter and open. His parched lips part, and...
I love toast.
Maybe not what they were expecting to hear.
Pretty much any toast. Rye, pumpernickel. I like the San Francisco style sourdough. Not even getting started with an English muffin. Nature's perfect food.
Oh man, I pulled out his brain.
Wonder Woman steps in, carrying Aquaman in her arms.
No, it's the lariat. It's making him tell the truth. Unwind him.
She bangs out the door, headed for the yard. Flash keeps going.
Also, I'm not sure about the crumpet. I mean, is that even toast?
John unwinds the rope, and Flash stops on a dime, manages to sit up. He looks around, unsteady.
Well, that was awful. It was nice.
And he falls back onto the table, frail and skeletal. Now we're on the Batplane. Batman at the controls of the supersonic jet. Keys his radio.
Alfred.
The response is instant.
Yes, Master Bruce.
I need you to try to access the Brother Eye system.
It's dark, sir. Nothing.
Keep trying. Let me know if you get back in.
Fortress of Solitude, farmhouse yard. Wonder Woman, wading in the water up to her waist. She releases Aquaman. He floats, lifeless, until his gills flutter open, hungrily drinking in the water.
This should keep him stable.
If he wakes up, the shock could kill him.
John scans Aquaman's brain for nanites.
It's there, agitating the amygdala, the fear center. Green Lantern will have to go in.
Superman scans the Martian.
You're clean, John. I don't see anything in your brain.
Must be external with me, bonded with my dermis.
From the front porch, the Flash leans heavily against the railing, barely standing.
You know what you need? Like a full body facial, like a scrub, or no, like a laser dermabrasion, like cosmetic surgery, you know?
Green Lantern's there too.
Could work.
I'd have to remove the water shield. I don't know.
I'm going to get my little brain bug back to my lab, break it down, check its component parts.
He sags on the front step. Spent.
You'll need your strength back first. I'll take you. Cal, Batman's eye?
It's up there. I'll find it and tear it to pieces.
There's a moment. Something happening there. A team forming. Working together. A moment acknowledged. Then,
Go.
and they split up. Batcave. Alfred works the computer.
Brother Eye, respond. Respond.
He waits and waits. Then the screen blinks. A red icon and the shape of a stylized eye. Blank pupil staring down. Batman's computerized voice.
Respond. Affirmative.
Alfred hits the mic on the console.
Master Bruce, we're back online.
Batplane in the cockpit.
Patch me in.
Go.
Brother Eye, query. Is there a metahuman profile on Creator, on the Batman?
On Alfred, under the big red eye. A tense pause. Will the machine respond?
Affirmative.
Did you create a file on me, Alfred?
Of course not.
In the Batplane.
Well, whoever did, that's who's behind the attacks. That's OMAC. Access metahuman profiles. Subject, the Batman.
Request affirmative. Accessing.
In the Batcave. There it is. Batman's secret profile. Stats and data running the length of the screen. Age, height, weight, skills, strength.
It's all here.
Access weakness subfile. Enhance.
On Batman. His eyes hidden behind his hat, behind his flight helmet visor.
What does it say? Alfred, what does it say?
It's just one word, sir.
What is it?
On the Brother Eye screen, and the one word written there, looming 30 feet high. Love. Batman's weakness.
Love.
On Batman, taking this in as images flash across his mirrored visor, a series of memories, a series of women, seen in quick cuts, all in the arms of the Batman, all kissing him passionately. We see Julie Madison, Silver St. Cloud, Vicky Vale, Catwoman, Poison Ivy, and finally, Talia. Push through the mirrored images, through the visor, straight into the Batman's eyes as we flash back to Talia's Gotham apartment, the bedroom, 6 months ago. Across from one another, she's powerful, sexual. He's wary, calm.
Hello, beloved.
She walks to him, slowly, in total control.
I thought we already did this for the last time.
And she's inches away from him.
One kiss in payment for my father. I want one kiss. Then tell me you don't still love me.
Her cat-like eyes search his. He resists her charms.
I can't let you behind the mask, Talia. Never.
What's behind the mask isn't really what I want.
She lowers her eyes, suggestively.
I want this.
She takes one of his hands and pulls off his glove. Batman's skin white against the black.
And this?
The other glove. He raises his hands to her lips, kisses his palms with wet kisses, wraps his arms around her waist.
And this?
She places her hands on his chest, over his heart.
Because I know it's mine.
And Talia devours him. A kiss like an animal, a kiss almost brutal in its passion. Batman pulls away, his lips bleeding. He licks the blood away, throws his cape around her body, enveloping her with her darkness. And as they fall back onto her bed, the kiss repeats itself. The image playing over and over, closer and closer, lips, teeth, blood, until we're close enough to see a tiny glint of metal, a nanoscopic homing device, and the bead of blood, and Batman's tongue taking it inside his body. And we flash back to Batman, his eyes, and now he understands everything. He says one word.
Talia.
One word that says it's all. Sky, the black bat planes bank sharply, a change in flight plan, blowing a hole in the clouds. Now we're in outer space, close on a satellite. Black against the black of space, floating. Whoosh! A red, gold, and blue streak. Superman pulls up, inspects it, turning it in his hands, sees the symbol. AT&T. Not the right one. Not Brother Eye. He streaks off to the next target, and the net. Planet Krypton Restaurant. We pass a... Sorry, one quick thing. Is that like a advertisement thing there?
Like Planet Hollywood for superheroes, yeah.
There's some AT&T just real quick, you know.
Oh, yeah.
AT&T Time Warner.
Yeah, probably.
Got to get that product placement in there.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay. Sorry. We pass a child's birthday party. Balloons, streamers, overweight dads in Flash costumes, moms as Wonder Woman, which is why no one pays any attention to the real Flash and Wonder Woman at a corner booth. Their table filled with food. Crypto burger platters, one after the other.
Why here?
Flash holds up one of the enormous burgers.
Calories. Lots and lots of calories.
Feeding his weakened, emaciated frame. Fortress of solitude in the farmhouse yard. Aquaman, submerged in the ice pool. Mid-surgery, a web of green tendrils circle his head. The Martian is underwater with him. He's shape-shifting his four arms and mobilizing the patient. Aquaman starts to come to, his eyes filled with panic. He opens his mouth to scream, just as Green Lantern retracts the surgical filaments. Success.
Breathe. Breathe.
Aquaman gulps water, palms visibly. Spin. John gives him a moment. Then...
Take your hand back, Arthur.
He reaches for Aquaman, touches his arm, and his life-saving water skin recedes, transforms, coalesces back into Aquaman's hand.
It's time to fight fire with fire. Are you ready, John?
On Green Lantern at the edge of the pool, his eyes closed, pure concentration, pure effort. He's projecting a large concave fist from his ring, a reflective surface, a green mirror.
Yeah, I think I got it.
The Martian rises slowly out of the water and almost instantly bursts into flame, through gritted teeth.
No!
With his Martian vision, John fires a beam of pure energy right at Green Lantern. It hits the mirror, refracts, and millions of lasers shoot back at him. They blast into his body, blowing out the flames, and leaving behind a hardened charcoal shell. Like the petrified man, a moment, and then the shell cracks and falls away, leaving the Martian Manhunter standing there, green, intact, and free.
Now you, Green Lantern.
I can't. My powers of concentration's too. I can't go in on myself.
Aquaman rises from the water, stands next to Jean.
I think I can.
He crosses to Green Lantern, puts a hand on his shoulder. Green Lantern's eyes whiz in their sockets.
You'll have to trust me, John.
He nods. Aquaman places his water hand over Green Lantern's face, gently.
Breathe in.
Green Lantern hesitates a beat, then takes a big gulp of air and inhales Aquaman's water hand. It disappears into his lungs and starts to drown him. He gasps. Can't breathe. He shudders, drops to his knees.
He's drowning.
Trust me, John.
Aquaman takes Green Lantern down onto his back. His body bucks, fighting for life. Then he stops, unconscious. As he lies there, water begins to pour out of his ears, a puddle. Aquaman reaches down, touches the water, and it becomes his hand again. His hand, holding a tiny metallic bug in its fingers. Green Lantern's eyes snap open. He pulls in oxygen. Clear. His mind clears, and his eyes.
I can see it. I can see it.
He looks up at Aquaman kneeling over him.
Thank you, Arthur.
Aquaman shakes his head.
Call me Aquaman.
Off his smile. New York Street, Talia, pushing through crowded rush hour sidewalks, the construction barricades outside Maxwell's building. He pushes through the plywood barrier. pull up, way up, to a rooftop across the street. Batman watches her enter the exposed elevator and starts up for the top 3 floors. He fires a dart from his grapnel gun, and as the jump line snakes across the street, we're on Maxwell Lord's control room, the brother eye screen. His image repeated there.
So predictable. So predictable. What a nice reunion this will be.
As he steps away, Planet Krypton Restaurant. Left, digging in, rejuvenating, regaining his strength.
Want some?
He shakes her head.
Guess that's why you fit so nicely in the costume.
I've never understood the mortal male's need to objectify the female.
You ever look in a mirror? I mean, if it's a problem, you might want to add a cape to the costume, or, I don't know, pants?
Wonder Woman has to smile.
Does she?
Flash wipes his chin. Wonder Woman might consider smiling. He's feeling better, at least. Flash wipes his chin with a napkin. Here's... That junk will kill you, Uncle Barry. It's Wally West. He's got a folder of papers in his hands. I'm sorry. Am I interrupting? Is this a date? Seriously, is it? Because Aunt Iris, I'm just saying. Flash blushes almost as red as his...
This is not a date. What are you doing here? How'd you find me?
Something in the Speed Force. I always know where you are, but just a sec. Oh my God, you're Wonder Woman? The real Wonder Woman? Wally's eyes roll down his shirt front. He smiles a crooked late teenage smile. Wonder Woman looks to Flash. See?
My nephew, Wally, he's, you know.
He is indeed.
Wally, don't objectify, okay? What do you got?
Wally drops his folder on the table, slips into this booth. Well, you wanted to know, Nano. Who's, right? Well, isn't it the better question? Wayne Enterprises, Solitron, Amicor, they're all into the little stuff, but he grabs a French fry from Flash's plate. First of all, I got to tell you, the government needs to get better encryption technology, because I was in there pretty deep, and I'm just a kid with an iPhone, but I turned up something interesting, part of this OMAC project. They both lean in. You guys are going to love this. As he opens his folder, Maxwell's Lord's penthouse, Batman, and Maxwell Lord's private residence, 3 floors, connected by grand staircases, walls of windows, shades drawn. It's dark, lit by streaks of neon. Old sculptures and objects jut out of the gloom, filled with Max's collection of expensive things, all in a jumble, like toys a kid's gotten tired of. Sports cars, motorcycles, enormous TVs, a plain, grainy static. And from above, up the central staircase, he hears the brother eye.
Wonder Woman, located, active. The Flash, located, active. Green Lantern, located, active.
He moves quietly up to Maxwell Lord's control room. Talia, seated at the controls.
Superman, located, active.
A black-gloved hand rests on her shoulder. She doesn't turn around, knows instantly. She turns to him, bitterness in her eyes, passion. She spits it out.
My beloved.
He pulls her to his feet, close, almost an embrace.
Betrayed by a kiss.
I remember many kisses, Mr. Wayne. The kiss that revealed your secrets, that opened up your cave, that let me steal your little all-seeing eye. That was just the last kiss.
You planted a tracking chip in me, broke in, stole my surveillance. You are your father's daughter, after all.
My father is dead.
He slams her hand into his chest. Then, just like before, she places her palm over his heart.
I said once that I wanted this. No. Now I want your identity, your reputation, everything you care about. The only things you care about.
Why, Talia?
Because you threw me away. My love you made worthless. My sacrifice.
He yanks her back to her face, the screen. With its split image screen of all the other heroes, he makes her look.
Because of me? You do this? To them?
He sees her falter, turns her eyes away, just for a moment.
Wait, this isn't right. This isn't you. There's someone else.
Don't underestimate me.
The screen goes black. Then the red eye icon.
OMAC project, threat level elevated. Code red. Stand by.
OMAC project. This can't be you. What is this?
Initiate OMAC protocols. Phase 1. Stand by.
Damn it, Talia! Who is OMAC?
Planet Krypton Restaurant. At the table with Wonder Woman, Flash, and Wally West. Wally has his folder open. Okay, so we know this one-man Army Corps thing. Highest grade nanotechnology, robotics, all that stuff. But in the 70s, it took a spin through serious mind control. Check this out. He slides a stack of papers across the table. Names hundreds and hundreds of names. Babies, bunches of them. It became all about genetics, chemical alterations, radiation, pharmaceuticals, who knows what. But they trained these kids from day one. Tried to raise a homegrown battalion of freaks, supposed to be able to control the enemy just with the power of their minds. But on the list, down one column, names. Another column, birth dates, ID, numbers. And a final column with one word repeated over and over down the page. Deceased. Cardiac arrest, hemorrhaging, organ failure. Mostly their brains turned to jelly.
My God.
Humanity's capacity to inflict cruelty.
A few years ago, the whole thing goes offline. The OMAC project disappears. Wonder Woman scans the lists.
And all these children, they all died?
Yep. He takes the list and turns it to a center page. All except one. In a long line of deceased, there's a gap. One birth date that doesn't have a death date. The name is circled. A name we already know.
Jonah Wilkes.
Yeah, and it didn't ring a bell for me either, so he drops a line, last of his research, photos. The first shows a bunch of kids lined up in rows. Faces we recognize from Maxwell's video archives. Next photo, the same group, only smaller. The next, even fewer kids. They're like class photos. Glad I missed that class. In each one, Wally has circled a single boy, dark hair, penetrating eyes, Jonah Wilkes, slightly crooked smile. I ran this kid's face through a forensic program to see what he'd look like today. Each sheet adding a few years, Jonah Wilkes growing older and older before our eyes, becoming more and more familiar. This guy look familiar to you? He lays the last photo next to a copy of Fortune magazine, the caption reading, Fortune's Most Fortunate Son.
Great Zeus.
And the cover photo showing the smiling face of Maxwell Lord's control room.
Maxwell Lord.
Who is just now stepping out of the shadows.
Hello, Bruce.
Maxwell Lord, face to face with the Batman. Cool as cool can be. He's flanked by 3 armed guards, guys we recognize, the bikers, the runt in the center.
You're OMAC.
Yes, one man, the last of my kind, the sole survivor.
He takes a step closer to Batman.
Do you know your evolutionary theory, Bruce? I'm sure you must. Nature's relentless push toward perfection.
What are you doing, Max?
What I was born to do. I'm completing the OMAC project.
He turns to the screen.
Brother I, Phase 1, command, go.
OMAC project initiated. Phase 1, go.
You're gonna like this.
And the monitor lights up. Scenes from around the world. Capitals, seats of power, boardrooms, and in each one, transformations, power players, people we recognize from the Bruce Wayne's birthday, all becoming OMACs, one after the other.
Recognize them, Bruce? Our friends.
And as he talks, we cut to the House of Parliament in London. A high, honorable gentleman transforms before our eyes, his body contorting as the OMAC shell encases him. He rises, hovers over the House of Commons. Now we're in the Tokyo Stock Exchange. A Japanese floor trader contorts, rises, joined by another and another.
The best the world has to offer.
In a corporate boardroom, a CEO OMAC humming and drifting over his conference table.
The power players, the captains of finance.
In the New York streets, a limo's window shatters as a high-class OMAC grows in the rear seat.
Military, media.
In an aircraft carrier, the bridge exploding onto the deck as sailors point and scream, nowhere to run.
What once took millennia, I can now do in minutes, seconds. all skipped 10,000 generations to become.
And as chaos erupts all over the world, we're back in Maxwell Lord's control room.
Perfected. All because I said it should be so. Look what one man can do.
Batman looks at Talia, her eyes wide, staring at the screen.
I didn't know.
It was Talia, Bruce. Your weakness, under all that black, it turns out you do have a heart. So with one kiss, she got her revenge, and I got Brother Eye.
Batman takes a step towards Max, and 3 high-powered semi-automatics are leveled at his chest. Rounds chambered, he stops.
Really? I couldn't have done it without you.
So you're what now, Max? God?
No. These are the gods. Metahuman scan, all subjects.
He points to the screen. Brother Eye switches to images of the other superheroes. At the Fortress of Solitude, John Jones, Green Lantern, and Aquaman recovering from their ordeal.
The ones we worship and trust? Those who fell to earth from other worlds? Those who rose from the seas with their brave hearts and strong wills?
At the Mir space station, Superman still hunting satellites.
And their absurd powers? Their absurd vows to protect and bring peace.
At planet Krypton, Wonder Woman, Flash, and Wally West hunched over their papers, putting 2 and 2 together.
But they're false gods, aren't they? Weak gods, imperfect. We know that, Bruce. You and I. Because
control room, continuous.
No problem. Because we know they can be beaten. How they can be beaten. One man.
You haven't beaten them, Max. Slowed them down, maybe. But they'll stop you.
I'm betting they're going to want to save you first.
From what? You?
Activate OMAC beta. Target creator.
Max, no, don't.
Sequence initiated. Activate.
Not for me.
And before Batman's eyes, the Runt biker transforms. His head snaps back as his body is taken over by OMAC, dormant within. The other bikers recoil in horror, and tendrils shoot out of this new OMAC and enter the bodies of the other 2, infecting them, and they transform too.
From them.
3 OMACs, hovering in midair right behind Maxwell Lord, glowing, humming, deadly.
Happy birthday, Bruce.
In the Fortress of Solitude, Denver PD Detective John Jones, blue suit and tie, stands with Aquaman and Green Lantern in the middle of the ice cave. What's he doing here? A beat. Then, his face, his body, morph back into their true form. John Jones, getting his power back. John concentrates. His body is suddenly racked with pain. His head snaps back, and for just a second, he is Batman. It's agony. He lets out a scream to match the scream coming from the control room. Batman and the gripes of all 3 OMACs. Pincers around his arms, his legs, his body, his ribs popping. His howl of anguish carries to outer space, where Superman's head snaps to look down at the Earth far below. It's a pinpoint and takes off so fast, space ripples behind him. The scream into the Fortress of Solitude, where distorted Batman reverts to John Jones, eyes wide.
Batman, in torment.
Lead us to him.
I don't know if I can fly yet.
You can, and you will. We're back, John. No more fear.
As they move, the control room, Batman is losing consciousness. The life squeezed out of him.
Max, don't. This isn't what I wanted.
Not what you wanted? The things we didn't want. You know what I didn't want? I didn't want to wake up every morning with my brains oozing out of my nose. But you're right. Command interrupt. Hold. Disengage.
The OMAC Betas stop, loosen their grips, and Batman drops to his knees, sucking in air through his teeth.
What do you want?
Well, I guess I'm a perfectionist at heart, Bruce. I want a world. Evolved. Evolved to a point where children don't lose their parents.
Batman's hand, as it inches towards his utility belt.
Where friends don't die, no one's alone. Same as you, I suppose.
We're not the same.
Into a compartment, his fingers reaching.
No? Who was it that spent hours and years figuring out how to kill all his friends? You or me?
I'd never.
Oh, come on, Bruce. You loaded the gun, I just pulled the trigger.
Batman's hand opens and a chaff bomb drops, hits the floor. Tink, tink, tink. Ka-choom! The room fills with a confetti of metallic glitter, blinding the OMAC sensors.
Re-engage!
But they're lost in the chaff. Batman's first thought, Talia. He pulls her to a safe corner. Then yanks two limpet grenades and makes a run for the computer. Gonna take it out. But before he can set the charges, one of the OMAC clears, takes a swing with his deadly pinchers. Batman dives clear, but the second OMAC is on him. It rams him into a wall with a sickening boom. He lands next to a towering Talia.
Forgive me.
The third OMAC lifts Batman by the throat and flings him across the room into a steel pillar. Batman pulls himself up to one knee. Broken. No way to win this one. And all three OMACs get him at once. Pinchers around his skull, his neck, his chest. Talia tries to pull him free.
Max, you'll kill him.
Oh no, Talia. I don't want to kill him. Until they come for him, I just want to hear him scream.
On Batman's face, his skull on the vice grip, sweating, gasping, grinding his teeth in a death grimace. He's not going to give in to Max, not going to scream again. And a single drop of blood collecting on his nose, piece of his mask, as it falls. Planet Krypton restaurant. Three faces, Wonder Woman, The Flash, and Wally West. Three shocked faces, all turned towards the TV above the bar, turned into the television. A reporter at the U.S. Capitol, and there's a battle going on. Soldiers and cops trade fire with a dozen OMACs on the Capitol steps. Blasts of red energy beams explode. Bodies thrown all over the place. Forces are pinned down here at the Capitol. No one seems to know what these things are or where they came from. A car is blown up into the air, careening right for the reporter, and the screen goes black at the table.
That doesn't look good.
Suddenly, we hear a voice.
Diana, Flash, the Batman needs us now.
Flash turns towards Wonder Woman. Wally hasn't heard.
It's the Martian.
What? What's the Martian? Wonder Woman's already on the move. To Flash.
I'll go. Flash, find out what that's all about.
What's happening? Where are you guys going?
Stay.
And he means it. Flash and Wonder Woman dash for the doors. Maxwell Lord's control room. Batman. His arms twisting in their sockets. His mask cracking and splintering. Whispers.
Stay away. Don't come.
Would you come? Really, Bruce? After what you did to them all?
Don't come.
The Arctic coastline. Aquaman. At a dead run. Straight for the top of an ice cliff. At the end of the world. He hits the edge and launches himself. Falls hundreds of feet straight down to the sea where a killer whale rises out of the water. Aquaman lands on its back and the whale dives, taking him down. In the control room with Batman, hanging limp as a rag doll in the OMAC's grip, barely conscious.
What a shame. He was always going to be the easiest to take down.
Max, you bastard.
You've got to admire him. Oh well.
He goes to her, tries to lead her away from Batman.
The costume. You should have it as a memento mori.
The wall explodes in a shower of concrete and twisted rebar. Superman to the rescue. He charges into the OMACs, catches one in midsection, bending a double, lands a right hook on a second. A metal metallic ring. The OMAC topples. Superman goes for Batman, crumpled on the floor, when a powerful pulse of energy shoots out of the third OMAC's eye, hits him in the back, drives him across the room, and the OMAC swarm, all three hammering fists, clamping pinchers, but he's unfazed. They're gnats to him. He carries them on his back, under the onslaught, kneels by Batman and checks for a pulse. His eyes flutter open.
It's a trap. Stay away.
The Arctic tundra, blank ice, all white. Boom! A giant green fist punches a 20-foot wide hole in the tundra, and the Martian Manhunter jets through. He hits the air at full speed. Green Lantern right behind. They're coming. The control room. Superman shields Batman with his cape. Doesn't see the biggest OMAC rearing back with two deadly steel blades.
Behind you.
The OMAC bed are ready to plunge him in deep. A golden rope snakes across the room, wraps the OMAC raised arms.
I've got his back.
Wonder Woman. She plants her feet and yanks the OMAC into the control panel. Sparks fly. It comes up firing. Energy bolts like a submarine. Can I get a water break? Sorry, guys.
Understand.
We can all admire Angie's titty.
Okay.
Ninjutsu.
Wonder Woman. She plants her feet and yanks the OMAC into the control panel. Sparks fly. It comes up firing. Energy bolts like a submachine gun. Wonder Woman deflects them with her bracelets. Right back into the body of the machine. Kaboom! Blown apart. The next OMAC clamps a pincer on Wonder Woman. Wrong move. She grabs his massive arm and yanks. Clean out of its socket. She swings it like a baseball bat. Drives the OMAC's head right off its shoulders.
Well,
Wow.
that's a design flaw.
That was
The
my
last OMAC swings killer blades like buzzsaws.
Oh, shit.
Flies right into the teeth of the thing. Unloads with a devastating roundhouse. A spin kick. A barrage of left hooks and clobbering right hands. A powerhouse. The OMAC can't stand up to the beating. Down on one knee. It turns its eyes up to face her and pow! Wonder Woman clams its clocks. Barely out of breath, she turns on Maxwell Lord.
Mr. Lord, your nose is bleeding.
He pulls a handkerchief. Dabs.
Thank you. I'm afraid I'm prone.
Office calm, controlled smile. The Kremlin. The Flash stands in the center of the red square. In front of him, chaos. OMAC's in the firefight with the Russian shoulders. People running and screaming.
Here too. Damn.
And he's gone in a flash. The control room. 3 heroes against 1 man, with his infuriating smile.
Well, you certainly made that look easy.
Turn it off now.
Yeah, no. I don't think I could if I wanted to, frankly. We're a little past that moment.
He laughs. More blood dotting the cloth.
We will stop you. Anything you throw at us. You know that, don't you? Jonah?
Max's smile vanishes.
What did you call me?
Jonah. Jonah Wilkes, isn't it?
What are you? Who?
He's suddenly angry.
No, not Jonah. You don't use that name. You don't have the right to use that name. Jonah's dead. There's only Maxwell Lord. 1 man. Me.
His nose is pouring blood now.
You don't. Nobody.
His anger goes as quickly as it comes. He blinks. Then...
Wait. No. It's okay. I'm inside. I knew I could. If I could. I got him close enough. Yeah, I got him. It's okay.
And now he's suddenly calm. The smile comes back.
I'm in.
And out of nowhere, Wonder Woman is hit from behind. An annihilating blow. It smashes her face first into a wall, sinks her to her knee. He turns back to see Superman, transformed, utterly, his face twisted, dark, his eyes filled with rage.
Mark, what are you doing?
A war raging within the Man of Steel. Wonder Woman knows at once.
The OMAC project. Mind control.
I'm making him see what I want him to see. Know what I want him to know.
Superman breathes like a bull.
And right now, he knows he's just found out that Lois Lane, his love, his one love, his only love, has been murdered, tortured, and murdered.
Superman looms, advances, a monster, a killing machine.
No, Max. No, it's too much.
Stalking, closer and closer. Wonder Woman.
And the best part?
He rushes her, grabs her, lifts her over his head.
He thinks you did it!
And hurls her through the hole in the floor to the lower level, where she stands with a bone-crushing boom. Superman slowly descends through the hole. Menace lifts his fist again, ready to drive it down when a black shape lands on his back. Batman. 2 high-voltage electrical cables in hand. Legs locked around Superman. He jams the cables against his temples. 100,000 volts of electricity surge through Superman's brain. He bucks and bellows, eyes rolling white. The lights flicker and go to black. When the power comes back, Superman stands, tempers smoldering, face to face. Dead eyes.
It's not you I want.
And he backhands Batman's up and through the ceiling to the upper level.
It's her!
He turns, and Wonder Woman's right on top of him, arms outstretched. She slams her Amazonian bracelets against Superman's ears. The concussion sends a shockwave so strong it buckles support girders, tosses debris, a mini atom bomb. Superman grabs his ears in agony. Wonder Woman pounds a kick into her midsection. He buckles, flies backwards across the room, skids to a stop.
I'll fight it. It's not real.
He doesn't hear, can't hear. A blast of heat vision. And another, and another. Wonder Woman dodges, gets behind him and powers a kidney punch in his back. He drops to his knees. She loops her lasso, trying to tie him up, but he gets a hand in and grabs an end, tethered. He slings her overhead and shing through the floor and down to the next lower level. Superman reels her in by her own rope, looking through the hole, and Wonder Woman slings her tiara. It rips a slice through it out of his neck. He falls back, lets go, and the lasso retracts. Wonder Woman waits, ready for anything. Nothing comes. So she rises through the ceiling to the upper level, and boom! Superman hurls one of Max's trophies, a muscle car, right for her. Direct hit. It drives her back through the glass and steel wall and out over lower Manhattan. And down, 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 hurtling to the crowded streets below at 32.2 feet per second, squared. Wonder Woman pulls herself free of all the wrecked car, gets under it, and stops the fall, just feet shy of the pavement, uses it to shield pedestrians from the deadly debris. All safe, she drops the shell of the car and comes up with her engine blocker in her hand, screams up the side of the building, and slams the hundreds of pounds of metal into Superman's face, tossing him back and up to the control room. Maxwell looks on, smiling, as Superman gets to his feet, watches Wonder Woman ascend. The two most powerful beings in the world face off in a deadly match.
Amazing.
And they're on again. They fly straight into one another, a colossal mid-air collision. Superman goes low and comes up under Wonder Woman, hands around her neck. He blasts upward, right through the ceiling, driving her up and away on Talia, kneeling by Batman's lifeless body, helpless, and Maxwell Lord, blood streaming down his face.
How am I doing, Jonah?
Lips curled in a vicious grin. Earth's atmosphere. The Earth recedes below. Fast. Superman's got Wonder Woman by the throat, driving her backwards, upwards. Their two faces inches apart. His eyes glow red. Beams of hot X-ray energy shoot out. Close range. Wonder Woman gets a bracelet up, blocks the blast, deflecting it back into Superman's own face. He loses his grip. Wonder Woman's turn. She grabs Superman by the hair, heaves with everything she got, flings him, spinning him head over here, right into the moon. Of course. A crash landing in a cloud of moon rock and dust, wiping out the famous American flag planted there. On Wonder Woman, gazing at the moon, huge and distant. She knows he's coming, and he is. A speck, growing bigger, fast, blazing right for her, silhouetted against the moon. She takes off in Superman's direction like a rocket, on a collision course. 2 interstellar bodies ready for impact. At the last second, Wonder Woman veers upward, drops a loop of her lasso around Superman's neck, yanks him to a dead stop, throws coil after coil around his body, pins his arms. She pulls tighter and tighter, plants a knee in his back, bends him almost double, but it only enrages Superman. He works a hand free, grabs Wonder Woman's wrist, and squeezes. If it weren't in outer space, we'd hear her scream as the bones break. She lets the lasso slip, and Superman takes his shot. Full fist, devastating. She jackknifes back into slow zero-gravity rotations. Unconscious, the lasso of truth trails behind her. Then suddenly goes taut. Superman has the other end. He swings in circles, faster and faster. She's a smear of color at the end of her own rope. When Superman lets go, it's not a free fall. It's not like a bullet. It's supersonic, like a meteor. Lower Manhattan, the burn of re-entry turns Wonder Woman into a fireball, streaking across the sky, down, down, and right into New York Harbor. Hudson Bay, underwater, at the murky bottoms of the Hudson River, Wonder Woman, lifeless in a deep crater. The swirl of silty water, alone, helpless, until a figure emerges from the darkness, green and gold. Aquaman! He creates an air bubble around her, puts his lips to hers, and breathes the breath of life, forcing oxygen back into her battered lungs. Wonder Woman gasps for air, opens her eyes.
Princess?
One request.
Anything.
Slow Superman down.
He nods, lifts his hand and emits a cry in a language of sonic waves, and his subjects respond. Perch, carp, barracuda, eels, river creatures of all descriptions emerge from the murk. As the air bubble dissipates, 2 dolphins curl in and carry Wonder Woman away, one under each arm, gone. Over the New York Harbor, up in the sky, Superman plummets to Earth, following Wonder Woman to New York Harbor, slices into the river, barely a ripple. Underwater, he lands in the crater at the bottom of the Hudson. His maddened eyes search for his prey. Instead, he finds walls of hostile sea creatures that come at him like scaly bullets. He bats them away by the thousands. In the confusion of fish, he doesn't see Aquaman emerge, trident raised. He slashes for Superman's chest. 3 ugly tears across the S. Superman glares at Aquaman, death in his eyes. Over the New York harbors. The river explodes, sending Aquaman flying. Ruined trident still in hand, arms and legs spinning like mad. He slams into the Woolworth building and drops for the streets below. Seconds before impact, a green net forms under him, catches him, and brings him safely down next to Green Lantern and John Jones.
We need to find Diana.
The Martian scans with his mind, locates her, points to the high rise on the riverbank.
There.
The control room, Wonder Woman back in the control room, burned and bleeding, tear gone, hair wet and wild, but she's back. Maxwell faces her, smiling.
You were the only one I couldn't get to.
Mind control. Such an insidious power.
Not even Superman could take you out. Amazing.
He goes for the lasso of truth, coils it around him. Pulls into her, rough. He's calm, steely.
Tell me how to turn this off.
Oh, are we willing to tell the truth now, Diana?
How do I stop this?
You want to know the truth? The truth is, you weren't there. None of you. Not one of you was there.
Tell me!
You weren't there for Tom Parnell or Carl Bader or Clint Burt. Where were you for Billy Hardwick? Darius Woods?
This ends now.
They were children, and they were dying. And you weren't there.
He's shouting, angry, hurt, right in her face.
Jonah Wilkes! Jonah Wilkes needed saving. Where were you?
The whole building shakes, trembles, a wall crumbles, and there he stands, water steaming off his back. Superman. He flies straight for Wonder Woman when, pwah, he slams into a green barrier. Pulled back and he's a run smacked into another superhuman. Green, translucent, projected from a Green Lantern's ring. An exact replica, with all the might of the original. With a fist like a 10-megaton bomb. The Green Superman pounds Superman square in the jaw. Back out, over Manhattan. It's Superman versus Green Superman as they duke it out, mid-air. Fists flying like a super heavyweight title flight. Except every time Superman slugs his mirror image, the Green Superman grows bigger and bigger until the gargantuan projection is big enough to grab Superman in its fist. The squeeze. Through the fingers, Superman sees Green Lantern standing on a ledge, directing the attack. A blast of his super breath collapses the whole side of the building, takes Green Lantern out under an avalanche of steel and glass, and the Green Superman vanishes as its creator blacks out. In the control room, Maxwell, still wrapped up, still fighting against the power of the lariat. She yanks the rope, pulls him to his knees.
Enough!
You're right. It is enough. Nobody likes a pity party.
Blood drips from his nose onto his shirt.
Here's the truth. There's only one way to stop this, princess. Kill me.
He looks up at her with her sick grin, and Superman steps back in through the hole in the wall. Eyes gone black. Nothing left in them. Nothing recognizably human. A guttural howl builds as he lumbers for her.
Kal-El?
Superman stops, turns, and sees his mother, Lara-El, beautiful, otherworldly.
It's the only way to get me out of his mind, to turn this off. You'll have to kill me.
On Superman, his face softening. His mother moves around between him and Wonder Woman, holds her arms out.
Kal-El, my son.
He takes a step towards her, on Maxwell.
But you won't, will you? You won't because you made a vow. A solemn pledge never to kill. Never to take a human life.
Wonder Woman knows he's right. At war with herself, she pulls the lasso around his neck like a noose.
You want to? You want to so bad I can smell it on you, like a perfume.
On Superman, a step closer and a step closer, wanting the embrace of his mother. But his eyes turn blood red as he screams in pure rage. He charges Lara-El with the full force of his wrath. A devastating blow sends her crumpled body skittering across the floor. She morphs into a wounded dog, then back into a real form. John Jones collapsed. On Maxwell, in the noose, eyes in Wonder Woman's face.
You can't do it.
She turns to see Superman blazing right for her. He hits her from behind, arms around her neck. He pulls her up and up, rising. She still holds the lasso at the other end around Maxwell's neck. It pulls tight. It would be so easy. Just a gentle tug.
You know you can't kill me.
Maxwell's calm is unnerving, eerie. He knows she won't do it, and he's right. She lets his lasso slip through her fingers. It slackens, drops. On Green Lantern, John Jones, Aquaman, and Superman, teeth bared, ready for the kill. And Wonder Woman, resigned to her death. Maxwell is triumphant.
Where were you? Where were any of you when I needed you?
In the last moment of his life, a darkness envelops him from behind, a black cape. It engulfs him. And the last words Maxwell Lord hears on this earth are,
right here.
Maxwell's neck breaks, like the sickening snapping of twigs, like knuckles popping.
No.
And he drops, dead, wrapped in the shroud of Batman's cape. On Superman, the color returning to his eyes. He relaxes his grips, and Wonder Woman falls to the floor in a heap, right across from Batman. He rises, pulling the cape off of Max's dead body, straddling him, looks down.
One man can do, Max.
Batman, no.
She's wrecked, beaten, bleeding. Superman descends, confused, and bleeding too. Sees Wonder Woman's crumpled form, tries to shake the dirt from his mind.
Anna. What?
He reaches for her, but she recoils, crawls away from him, over to Aquaman, Green Lantern, the Martian, all wounded, damaged. Superman can't figure it out. Finds Maxwell's dead body.
No. What is this? Who did this?
I did.
You did what?
What had to be done.
Superman shakes the fog off, rises to his feet. This time, it's righteous anger.
No! This isn't who we are. We never take a human life. It's unacceptable.
Accept it. It's done.
This makes you no better than him.
Batman rushes Superman, gets in his face, the intensity of his whisper.
You were killing her. Diana would be dead.
This is a slap, a gut punch.
What? Diana?
Wonder Woman still on the floor.
Max was inside your mind. He turned you. You were...
It was inhuman.
Superman sees the burn marks, the blood. The others, their injuries, knows is true. All of it.
My God. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
He takes off his cape, wraps it around Wonder Woman. He touches Wonder Woman's face.
Diana.
She looks up at him, touches his wounds that she gave him, forgives him.
Wasn't you, Cal? It wasn't you.
Superman looks up at Batman, the truth rushing in.
Then you were right.
He lowers his head in shame, a beat, then...
It doesn't matter. It's over.
But 3 words ring out in the silence.
No, it's not.
They all turn to the Brother's Eye computer, and Talia,
Beloved?
transforming. A network of cables enters her body, tendrils lifting her up, pulling her into the computer, suspending her, embedding her. Her body heaves and shakes as she changes, becoming metallic, robotic, not an OMAC, something else. She's become Brother's Eye, and the voice that comes out is Maxwell Lords.
It's just the beginning.
The screen behind her flashes too. People, regular people, all over the world, in markets, restaurants, offices.
You see what we've done together? The final evolution the OMAC project completed. The relentless pursuit of perfection.
All changing, morphing, rising, becoming OMACs. We're now in Wembley Stadium in London. A soccer midfielder transforms in front of 70,000 spectators. An inner city playground, a kid on a rusty swing.
And it will be perfect. No more war, no more conflict, no more death.
On Venice Beach, a girl in a bikini playing volleyball.
Everyone, everywhere, thinking with one mind, one great mind.
A Japanese nightclub, the DJ spinning records.
Mine.
The control room, scenes playing out on Brother's Eye screen.
Maxwell Lord was just the mortal shell, but now, Batman, you've given me immortality.
The whole world, OMACs, everywhere.
How's he doing it?
How everywhere at once?
Max's voice from the robotic Talia.
You give them the one thing they all want, what everyone needs. Dinner.
On Batman, getting it.
The restaurants.
Planet Krypton.
It was in the food.
Maxwell Lord's special chef sauce. Inuus of delivery systems, over 1 million served.
Could it be 1 million?
One bite of the apple, and we all lost Eden.
Superman, blow the computer!
No, not with Talia! Oh, sorry.
Destruct protocols initiate. Meta-human elimination. Priority 1. All OMAC engage.
And the screen goes black, and Talia slumps forward in her harness of wires. Then a single message blinking over and over. Commence OMAC war. 6 pairs of eyes stare, and flash barrels into the room.
Okay, I've been all over the place, and they're everywhere. Every major city, and it's growing. We're going to need a massive response.
He stops, takes in the devastation. The beaten heroes. The flashing message.
What'd I miss?
On Superman.
If it's war he wants.
And Wonder Woman.
By all the gods, we'll give him war.
Outer space. In the silence. Brother's eye. Sleek, black, waiting. Watching the gathering storm over New York City. Storm clouds. The setting sun making them purple, orange, and blood red. Rooftop of Lower Manhattan. They're all here. All but Batman. Gathered, waiting shoulder to shoulder for the battle. They know it's coming. They scan the skies over the harbor. Nothing.
Meta-human elimination.
That's us.
We're the priority targets. They'll come here first.
There's no time to clear the city, so watch your collaterals. They can hit us, but we protect the population at all costs.
But they are the population. There are people inside those machines.
This is going to be tough.
Tough is what we do.
He's right. The others nod. It's what they do. A moment while they contemplate, consider. Then...
Is it just me, or is this kind of cool?
Their looks.
All of us together, saving the world, you know.
Everyone stares forward sexily, scan the skies.
Anyway, it's always been kind of a dream of mine.
Pause. Then the team breaks.
Mine too.
Yes.
Same here.
Absolutely.
I confess.
Their face to say it all. Another pause.
It's a shame Batman's not here.
Maxwell Lord's control room. Batman works the computer, trying to break in, shut it down. Above him, Talia, tethered to the machine. Batman pounds the controls, can't crack the system, looks up, decides. He pulls the cables, yanks them, hacks at them. One by one, they fall apart. All except for one, embedded in her heart. He falls forward into her arms, and her eyes blink open to find his.
Beloved. My beloved.
Talia.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I just wanted you so much. And for that,
He looks at her metallic hands.
the price I pay.
Human tears in her machine eyes. They are dimming. The lights go out.
Stay with me.
I can feel it. The machines, they feed off the energy inside, draining.
He's losing her, and he knows it. But she's got something to tell him. He grabs him, pulls him close.
He's moving. Max, the mind of the machines, he's looking for a new host. It'll be an evolution, something greater than all the others. Look for.
And the light is gone. She goes limp. Batman leans forward and kisses her. His lips of flesh, hers of metal. Enough charge to wake her, just for a moment.
Beloved. I should have been.
And the last cable snaps off, releasing her. Batman's left with her body, heavy in his arms.
No, it's me. I should have been.
Touches her face.
A better man.
Atlantic Ocean. Close on a single OMAC, gliding fast and low over the water. Pull back. Next to it, another OMAC. And another. And another. Widen to see the full forces of the OMAC swarm. On the rooftop in lower Manhattan. Still waiting.
Well, they're taking their sweet time.
How many will it be, do we think?
We'll find out.
Will 6 of us be enough?
A voice from behind them. 7! Wally West, dressed in his knockoff uniform, like Flash's twin. 5 sets of eyebrows are raised.
Wally?
Thought you could use some help. Hi, Wonder Woman!
No, no way.
Come on, Uncle Barry, I can do this. Green Lantern looks to Wonder Woman for an explanation.
His nephew, apparently he's fast.
Good God, there's 2 of them?
Flash is shaking his head.
No way. Something that happens to you, Iris will kill me. Go home.
Please?
Flash, we're short-handed.
And hardly at full speed and strength.
Their injuries evident. Flash knows she's right.
Okay. But hang back. No risks.
Done. But he makes introductions, pumping hands energetically. Hey, how are you? I'm Wally. Wally West. You can call me Flash 2 or Flash Jr. maybe. I was thinking Kid Flash at first, but it seems a little, junior leagues. But whatever you guys come up with, who makes these calls, Gran?
Gotta be kidding.
A grapnel dart hits the water towel and zip! Batman pulls himself onto the roof at the end of a zip line, staggers to a landing.
It's moved. Max transferred the control to a new host. It'll be a single source, something directing all the others.
And Talia?
Batman just shakes his head.
What are we looking for?
I'm not sure, but it'll be in one of those.
He points. On the horizon, a black speck flying low over the water, and it's moving fast, growing, expanding as it gets closer and closer, becoming a cloud, a dark blue cloud of death, the OMAC swarm.
Aquaman, you're the first line of defense.
Got it.
Aquaman leans forward, sends out a high-pitched sonar signal. Follow the concentric sound waves to the New York harbor and the OMAC swarm. Their low hum amplified to a roar as they hone in. When the signal hits the waves, the water erupts. Orcas, killer whales, glistening black and white, dozens and dozens of them breach the surface, shoot up into the air and snap their jaws into the low-flying OMACs, dragging the first wave down into the sea. On the rooftop with the Justice League. For the first time, the whole Justice League together and ready for anything.
Wait for it.
Boy, there's a lot of them.
We can handle it.
It'll be an evolution, OMAC. The host. Something bigger, badder than the rest.
Something like that?
Green Lantern's looking behind them at the Flash, or at least what used to be the Flash, because he's in the late stages of transforming into OMAC Ultra, the deadliest OMAC, twice the size of the others, and red. Its steel armor is bright, shining red. Uncle Barry? And kashoom! A wall of laser energy blows the whole team off the roof. Riverfront Park. Superman hits the ground first, digging up cement in front of the river wall. He's back up quick enough to catch Wally, tumbling in midair. Green Lantern snags Aquaman before he plows into the pavement. Batman, Wonder Woman, and John pull up. What happened?
Planet Krypton.
The burgers.
I told him that stuff was junk. OMAC Ultra is almost on them. The glow from his eye.
Beat back the swarm. I'll take this. Go!
Aquaman leaps the railing, dives into the water. Wally West speeds off on top of the water. The others hit the sky, just as OMAC Ultra blows a hole in the turf of Battery Park. Now in sky, lower Manhattan. Superman bullets straight up to meet the OMAC Ultra. Lands two fists, clean. Spins the machine out of control. Its energy beam spits out wild. Takes out the whole 34th floor of the MetLife building. Glass and debris. Superman flies around behind it. Clamps onto his back. OMAC Ultra reaches behind and pulls Superman off. Lifts him overhead and rockets him straight down. Deep into a crater of concrete and asphalt. Now we're in Wall Street, Manhattan. A single OMAC glides down the financial district. Stockbrokers run for their lives. NYPD officers unload revolvers. Shotguns. The bullets pinging off metals. Go, 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 go. A guy in the suit stumbles. Looks back as a tendril shoots out of the hovering OMAC. Slips into his body. He begins to transform. Infected. But before the machine can rise. Boom! A giant green metal sledgehammer slams down on his shell, cracking it wide open. The guy inside scrambles to his feet and runs, looking back at Green Lantern. He swings his rings projection again, pulverizes the other OMAC. His hopes drops onto the street, onto the river. Wally rests, runs circles, throws up a vortex of water and wind. It sucks OMACs in, shoots them down to Aquaman on the back of an orca, directing his subjects. Giant octopuses sling their arms, drag the machines down and under. Now we're in the sky, lower Manhattan. Superman and OMAC Ultra, face to face over the sky. The flashes OMAC's red eye. It fires, hits Superman straight in the face. Should incinerate him, melt the skin off his face. But this is Superman! He claws his way upstream, plants a hand over the eye. Laser eyes shooting out beneath his fingers. Digs in, rips a single eye out of the OMAC's Ultra head. The scream of the machine as we can see into its guts. But just for a second, the skin of the robot morphs, clothes, and a new eye takes the old one's place. Superman's caught off guard. The energy beam sends him pinwheeling backwards and through the glass walls of a downtown condo, and it rips out at the other side. Now we're in downtown church. Wonder Woman, balanced on a church steeple. She takes incoming rounds from dozens of killer machines. She deflects them with her blazes, ricocheting the energy beams back into the OMACs, blasting their heads clean off. Now we're in Manhattan Park. John Jones, surrounded on all sides. Team OMACs. 10 sets of killer razor blades. They charge, flying at him with blinding streams. Razors swirling with only inches to spare. John vanishes, the power of invisibility. Their blades tear into one another, and they fall into a clatter of ripped metal. City streets, lower Manhattan. Superman and OMAC Ultra, deep into battle, giving no quarter. Man versus machine, an even matchup. Superman rips a lamppost out of the ground, swings for OMAC Ultra. Boom! Impact, and it just bends around the robot. No harm. The OMAC grabs the post and whips Superman off the other end, slams into a foot deep into the side of a building, and it's Superman with a razor blade. It swings, misses, slices deep groove into the bricks like a hot knife through butter. Superman grabs his arm and forces the razor back on the giant machine. The point of the blade aimed directly at its heart. He's about to ram it home when...
Hell no!
Batman dives in front of the blade, protecting the OMAC from destruction.
Bruce, what are you doing?
The Flash, he's inside, still alive.
The OMAC Ultra swings for Batman's head with his pincer hand. Superman grabs it, holds the strain against the force of the machine. Superman scans with his X-ray vision, and we're inside OMAC Ultra with the Flash hooked up to the machine, the network of circuits buried in his body.
Seth, you're muted.
It's feeding off his life energy. That's why it's so much stronger than the others.
Flash's eyes are shut. The pulse of his still beating heart loud, driving the OMAC outside with Batman and Superman.
Get out of the way!
You'll kill him!
Not Flash, just the OMAC. He'll revert.
The OMAC Ultra is still fighting. Clamps onto Superman's arms with his pinchers. A crushing squeeze.
If he does, the control will jump to another machine. We'll never find it. We'll lose the connection.
Superman's losing his grip when John Jones lands, takes the pincer arm and drives it against the wall. Holding, helping. Wonder Woman's next. She lassos the OMAC's legs, holding it down.
John, use your mind. See if you can revive him.
As the Martian places the palm of the OMAC We're inside OMAC Ultra. Flash, still unconscious, through the hum and the heartbeat.
Flash. Flash, wake up. You must wake up.
Nothing. Then, cutting through the noise, Uncle Barry! And Flash's eyes shoot open, wide, terrorized.
Wally?
Outside, the OMAC's head swivels, like it's looking for something. Finds Wally West, standing with the others. The voice that emanates is Maxwell Lords.
Wally?
Is that you?
Is it you?
Yes.
Flash, listen to me. You are the host. It's in you, directing the machines. See if you can control it. Shut it off.
Inside, Flash struggles, thrashes, fights to stay awake.
I can feel it. Something dark. It's so strong.
It's Max.
Fight it, Flash.
Outside, Green Lantern and Aquaman join.
The swarm. They're regrouping. We've only got seconds.
He throws up a wall of green light, a safety barrier.
It knows I'm awake. It's searching, looking for another host. You have to kill it. Kill me.
No, hold on to Max's mind, Flash. Don't let him go.
You're muted, Joe.
You can do it.
Please, kill this thing.
Here they come.
OMACs moving toward them by the hundreds.
I'm losing him.
Strongest will, Flash. Strongest will.
Inside, close on Flash's face.
Bravest heart.
And he smiles. He's got it.
I know what to do.
Calm, serene.
Back in half a sec.
And he vibrates faster than you've ever seen him. Straddling the post of the OMAC, building faster and faster until he explodes out of the OMAC shell and into the world where time stops, stands still. Literally. Like the universe, it's the pause button. The raging battle freezes. Flying OMACs in midair. Superheroes in mid-attack. Smoke. Debris. Explosions. All just stop. We're in the Speed Force. And it's just like the Flash said. Peaceful, quiet, a sudden crushing silence. He takes a moment to look around at this hellish scene, then steps away, slowly at first, then faster and faster, until he's on his little suburban street. Kids are frozen on their sidewalk bikes. Sprinkler water never hits the grass. Flash skids to a halt in front of his house, steps in the front door of Barry Allen's living room. Iris Allen's on the couch, news footage on the OMAC war freezing, framed on the set. Her face is a mask of worry. The Flash, Barry Allen, her husband, sits gently next to her.
Oh, babe, you look so worried. Don't be worried. Okay, I don't want you to worry.
He puts a hand to her still soft cheek, still warm.
I know you can't hear me. Can't see me, but I had to see you to say.
Can't bring himself to say it. Goodbye. He presses his lips to hers, holds on.
Here's the funny thing. You want to know what it is? Turns out I can save the whole world. I can. So that's what I'm going to do.
Tears in his eye. They roll down his face. The only things moving in the entire universe.
Because you're in it.
He touches her heart, and we see her eyes, and the single tear just pooling in each one. Like he's gotten through. Somehow he's gotten through. On the porch, the Flash takes a last moment, looks around at the evening, falling on his little pieces of the world, frozen in time.
God. What a beautiful world.
And in this moment between beats of the human heart, A warp in time-space grabs hold of him and, like an elastic band, snaps him back to the city streets of Lower Manhattan. Time starts again at full speed. The OMAC war, the sudden noise of the battle is deafening. The Justice League fends off fire from the OMAC army, all gathered around the OMAC Ultra. The machine is whole again. Flash back inside in Max's voice.
Hope this thing can move.
See you guys later.
Later.
OMAC Ultra releases its grip on the Superwoman, shakes off. John Jones slides out of Wonder Woman's lasso and takes off like a bat out of hell, down the street, knocking OMACs aside like bowling pins, right out over the river and into a world of speed. The OMAC Ultra, shining red, moving at impossible speeds across the terrain of the Earth, over oceans, mountains, prairies, faster and faster until the Flash actually runs out of the machine's shell, pulling a trail of shattered OMAC molecules behind him like a comet's tail. Faster and faster, around and around the whole world. Mountain ranges dissolve in front of him. Cities collapse like they're made of colored water, pooling into a gleaming liquid road.
Come on, Barry, faster.
A road stretching straight into forever. He pushes and pushes, looks over to see. At his side, suddenly, whoa!
Go back, Wally.
You're going too fast!
Not fast enough.
He looks back at the molecular OMAC trail behind him, stretching for thousands and thousands of miles. Uncle Barry, what are you doing? The two fastest men on the planet, going faster than any man has gone. Side by side, the Flash smiles at his nephew. He says his last words.
Tag. You're it.
He gives it everything he's got, powering up, leaving Wally in his dust as he enters the very limit of speed. The light from every star in the universe streaking alongside him in a vast tunnel, stretching eons in front of him to a vanishing point he's sprinting for, a pinprick of light that grows and grows and grows, closer and closer, rushing right for him. The speed barrier, a cosmic wall of light, shimmering, undulating, like liquid glass, as large as the universe itself. The Flash doesn't hesitate. He slams into it, full force, full speed, and for a nanosecond, he slows. But the molecules of the OMACs are right behind him, recombining, reforming into the massive OMAC Ultra. The machine hits him square in the back and drives them both through the speed barrier, pulverizing all the light in the universe into a blast of shards that explodes in every direction, becoming stars, distant stars, all in places, all silent. The Flash is gone. Gone. The streets of Lower Manhattan. In the streets of New York, one by one, the OMACs start to come apart.
Look!
Disintegrating, their shells falling away, turning to dust, the human hosts inside dropping to the ground, bewildered.
What happened?
Wally West streaks up to join the others. He's ashen. He did it! He did it! He almost falls into Wonder Woman's arms, winded and helpless. He went through. He broke through. The others gather around. The speed barrier.
Then he's
gone. He's gone. A ripping sound, a tearing, a sundering, and from out of the darkening sky, from a fold in space-time, something red appears. Something familiar. Something we know immediately is the Flash's uniform. Empty. It drifts down to them, borne on currents of still air. Batman catches it in his arms. It drapes there like a dead body, red against black, stark and startling. Wally West wants to cry. No! 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 He drops to his knees. Superman kneels next to him, puts a hand on his shoulder.
Wally, look at what he did. what he saved.
Wally nods, holding it together with pride. The whole world! Close on Batman, holding the last remains of Barry Allen, the Flash. Pull back and back from his anguished face.
Just look. Look at what one man can do.
And up, as OMAC robots fall from the sky like rain, all over the city. A bell tolls, sad, mournful, and we fade. Metropolis Cathedral, today. Golden and colored stained glass light falls on a casket, closed in front of the altar. Now we know who's being laid to rest. In the front pew, the entire Justice League, each of them dressed in mourning black. We get a close on Iris Allen, the widow, trying to hold it together. She leans for comfort into the strong shoulder of Wally West, the new Flash. In the cemetery, Batman carries his tribute, a single red rose to Flash's graveside. He kneels, a long, heavy moment as he comes to grips with what he did from his heart.
Godspeed, Flash. Barry Allen. Godspeed.
And he lets his flower drop. On the street corner, close on a newspaper vending machine, the headline, World Peace Resumes. Below, a picture of the OMAC War. The subhead, Hero Alliance Possible? A pedestrian drops a quarter, and we pull back to see Maxwell Lord's Planet Krypton. Restaurant. Boarded up. A sign in the window? Closed.
We're stronger together. We've proven our trust. We've earned this.
In the Fortress of Solitude, in the farmhouse, everyone assembled, making decisions, big decisions about the future.
My vote is yes.
Sorry. I'm with John. I'm in.
I'd be honored.
Wally?
He's hesitant. I don't know. This should be Uncle Barry, not me.
We want you with us, Flash.
He's used to the name. She's given it to Wally. A gift. Okay, I'll try. Wonder Woman takes his gratitude with a gracious smile.
Then count me in too.
She turns to Superman. He can barely meet her eyes.
Did you even have me after? But my vote is yes. Yes.
And now all eyes turn to Batman, standing apart from the others, alone among heroes. And there's a silence. His answer?
No.
And a little of the air goes out of the room.
No.
This isn't the time to go back to your cave, to work alone.
It's not that.
He looks at the others, their strengths, their powers, at his own damaged body.
I don't belong here with you, all of you. You have power, you have...
He's laying himself bare.
I'm not the Batman. That's just a mask I wear.
He pulls back his mask.
I'm Bruce Wayne, and I have one weakness. I'm human.
Revealing his human face. Superman says what they're all thinking.
No, Bruce. That's your strength. Our strength.
He looks him in the eye. He holds out his hand. And Batman, Bruce Wayne, takes it. A firm shake. A firm commitment to the future. Wonder Woman takes his hand too. Then John. And the others would too, except... Holy... What is that? Is that a ComSat link you got there? Cause is that thing real? He looks at Superman's old cabinet TV. It shows a satellite feed, a ComSat monitoring outer space, and descending on Earth, a creature, freaky. and looking mad as hell. It's got 5 typical legs, a vicious mouth of teeth, and it's huge.
It looks like a starfish.
Yeah, the size of Rhode Island. Looks like Starro here is headed right for us. They all look around the room at one another, cautious, smiles. Without a word, they gear up. The flash starts to vibrate. Revving his engine. Green Lantern projects battle armor from his ring. Aquaman snaps his harpoon hand into place. John Jones pops metal spikes out all over his body. Batman pulls his bat mask on tight. Wonder Woman clamps her Amazonian bracelets. And Superman clenches his fist, fills up his chest.
Let's do it.
Together. And we fade out over the image of the Justice League, launching themselves through outer space to battle Starro the Conqueror, tiny against its intergalactic mass, but they're strong and determined, and we know with utter certainty that they'll keep us all safe.
Woo!
Yay!
Job, Erik.
Hey,
Erik
good
is the
job.
unsung.
Yeah,
Erik
give
is
us a
the
round of applause
unsung
for our
hero.
action description, Erik. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
Especially since I'm fairly certain Eric's rocking on Illinois time right now.
Oh, wow.
So,
30.
Thanks, Erik.
yeah, so it's 12:30 in the morning there.
I
Oh,
felt
boy.
like I was listening to a cross between like a radio play and sports commentary.
In the best way possible, yes.
Exactly.
Superhero movie.
Wrestling voice?
I want to see this movie.
I know.
Yes.
All right.